Alright. Welcome to the second annual Solo Poo live event here on the Polly Poo Network. Welcome, Jeff. How are you doing?
Not too bad at all. Not too bad at all.
I hear you've been getting paid in beer for your services.
Yep, that's the going rate these days for any removaling that needs to be done. Cases of beer or whiskey. I'm not really that bothered as long as it's some sort of alcoholic beverage.
Sorry, I was just I was playing in the background there. So, yes, so if you need anything moving that's of a moderate to sort of somewhat heavy weight, then Jeff will be your man, and he will
Yeah,
do it.
absolutely. Nothing too heavy though.
Well, that's it. I mean, obviously, anything bigger than a sort of a small calf, kind of preferably something with wheels, like
Yes.
shopping trolleys. That will do them.
Oh, Dad had those, like, yeah.
So I was going to do sort of a live at some point later on, a live haul video. Completely forgot what I was going to say then. A live haul video. Kind of been wanting to do a video for a while, and I kind of figured I'll just wait till I do my live stream and do it then, and then that way it's a bit of an exclusive and all that, and people can kind of sort of have a bit crack and comment on what I've getting and stuff, as opposed to me just pulling stuff out in front of the camera by myself.
Sounds good, like.
So that'll be coming up later on, guys. We have one viewer, which is possibly, if you're watching, say hello.
Is it Skullgrin 140?
Skullgrin 140.
Yo!
Is it? Yo.
Yo, man.
Yo. Yeah, I think he did it about 8 o'clock.
He's gone.
Yes, this is the most exciting live stream I've seen in my life.
See ya. Right, as professional as always, I'm going to have to shut the window because I'm getting a bit of traffic noise. Hold on.
Right. Is it is it the round window?
Right, that's it.
Is it the square window or is it the round window?
It's a square window.
Square window.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, I would say more rectangular.
Oh,
if I was going to put my neck on the line.
Right. See, round here, what was always called an oblong.
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 Oh, I see. Okay. Must be a south thing. It's rectangles up here.
South? I'm only just next to the wall, man. Well, I suppose out of the two of us, I am the southern ponce, aren't
I? Yes.
That's right. Start, drinking with my finger up and that, do. Yes, it's we only get hailstone here, We don't get, whatever it is up there. They probably call it something else, like wee McHailstone.
That's exactly what we call it.
So have you been picking anything up recently then, Jeff, apart from knockoff turtle toys?
Oh, I tell you what, I got the complete set, the one, because mine I got all the Michelangelos. I got the complete set today, and they're actually pretty good. Surprisingly enough.
Is Splinter naked?
He is, unfortunately, yeah, and he doesn't even have like a wee sort of dressing gown out. It's just proper naked ratness. It's
just pure, just rat nude.
Yeah, just the way I like my rats.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, apparel can be such a bind, can't it?
Exactly, it needs to be free.
That's it.
To do all the rat stuff that needs to be doing.
There's nothing worse than a sweaty rat,
Oh, definitely. But he actually comes with, they all come with loads of accessories, which is pretty sweet. So I'll do a wee video, I think, sometime next week, show them off, because the happy people, I'd recommend them, even though they sent me all the Michelangelos the first time. I mean, they're not bad wee figures, and they work out like 75p each or something.
That's not bad.
So they're not bad. They're not bad.
I
But
mean,
they
you've got
come
to
with
think about
some
it.
of them come with extra accessories, which I'll show you in my video when I do it. But I mean, they're just completely random. It's like Leonardo comes with some sort of silver baseball bat. Donatello comes with a fire extinguisher. I don't know what that's about.
Obviously, in his earlier days, he was a pyro kid. Ooby-Doo, what do you call him? Pyro thingy? Pyromaniac. That's it.
Pyromaniac.
Flip my
A
neck.
pirate.
I need to tap my slippers off there for a second. Eyes up, yar! Somebody set me mast on fire, yar!
Aye, so they're pretty cool. I was pleasantly surprised. I thought they would be utter pish, but they turned out not bad. So I'll be showing them off. And the other thing, I've been collecting the Transformers. I'm starting to collect the Micromasters, G1s.
Oh,
So
aye.
I have started collecting them again because they were the ones I really had when I was a kid. I couldn't afford the big ones, so it was only the wee tiddlers that we got. So I'm trying to build up my collection of those again.
Excellent.
So I'll be showing them off as well.
You can get them. You can get like decent job lots of them, like, can't you? So
You can, but the thing is though, you got to watch because a lot of the job lots, a lot of them are broken, and
right.
yeah. So there's a bit of a tip for you. Just
Right.
watch them job lots.
Right. And there you go. That's it. I'm always up for a bit of a tip, so it's always nice to know that Jeff's got your back. You know.
Yeah.
He's not going to tell you how to spot it. He'll just tell you to be aware that you need to spot it.
Yeah. Keep your eyes open for whatever it might be.
Make sure you get your eyeball as close to the screen.
Yeah.
On them mini bot things, you know, the Micromasters.
Well, I picked up a playset. Well, it's like a wee sort of runway thing, and it was one of the toys I had as a kid. I was gutted I lost it, but I picked that up the other day, so I was well chuffed to get that back. So
that's cool. Was that an eBay find, or was that just in the wild find?
no, it was an eBay find. But I tell you, I found some cracking finds at the car boot when I was down south.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd seen your video. Like, it was definitely some very nice bits and pieces there. I mean, 75p a figure down south. I mean, that's like up here. That's like something like 4p or something in it. So
Yeah, no. Compared to my car boot in where I go in Scotland, it is just crazy because they look for like £2 for a fucking Power Ranger, but down there, 75p for that Vega figure. Oh,
well, I mean that's the sort of ones as well. So
right.
that's a pretty decent find. That, like,
Mm.
I mean, them Marvel figures. I mean, they're fantastic. The one you didn't know is Apocalypse, by the way, just in case you haven't.
Is he from the X-Men?
He's the new main baddie in the new X-Men movie.
So who made those toys then? Who made those X-Men figures that I had? The Marvel, sorry.
Well, that'll be Hasbro. They did Hasbro when they took over the Toy Biz line. They did basically what they did is first thing they decided to do was to save as much money as they could, so they just scaled the Marvel Legends and turned them into Marvel Universe, which is what those figures are, Marvel Universe figures. Obviously, there was outcry. Marvel Legend fans get cutting their wrists and stuff, and like jumping off bridges and things like that. So they were like, "Oh, well, you know, like there is a market for these Marvel Legends." So they started to redo the Marvel Legends and stuff a few years ago, and they've been like really popular and really successful. But they also carried on the Marvel Universe because obviously the people who then started collecting the Marvel Universe figures were then crying, going, "Oh, you stopped doing them. You're going to do Marvel Legends again." So they pretty much just ran both lines at the same time.
Oh, right.
So, but the Marvel Universe figures, like the ones that you've got, I mean, those are like some of the bigger ones, like the proper beefy ones as well. So they're really nice figures. Them ones, like,
yeah, I like them.
You're talking sort of 12 quid a pop, 13 quid a pop. Them ones now. So
really,
I mean, I think they were about 8 quid when them ones came out. But I mean, if you go into Sainsbury's now, the Marvel Universe figures, they're like 12, 13 quid, and I mean, they're like this big.
that's not worth it at all, is it? When you can get a Marvel Legend for what, what, 10
23
quid?
quid.
Oh, 23 quid?
Yeah.
Champs-Elysees, I didn't know that.
Oh, aye. They one. Every time I see them in the shop, I turn in my grave because I remember when they first came out and they were like £5.99. I was like, oh, these are alright for £5.99. 23 quid. I was just like, no wonder people rob from these shops. It's just like, and then they do Build-A-Figure lines, which is like 8 figures in a line. So you've got to buy 8 figures to build the Build-A-Figure, and it's just like, who's got that kind of money?
I know, it's madness. Like, it is madness because I wanted the Groot figure. I don't really collect the Marvel Legends. I'm more the Marvel Select, which are cheaper, bigger, and better, I think. But anyway, and I wanted Groot, and I also wanted what's Thor's old boy called?
Odin.
I wanted him. I'm not buying all the other bloody figures to get those two.
No, well, the thing is, that's the beautiful thing about the Build-A-Figure thing is basically what they can do. They can knock a figure that they would never normally ever be able to sell out in a line. Knowing fine well people are going to buy them to get the Build-A-Figure. So literally they could just put like, oh, it's Melted Man, and just put a bit of melted plastic in a packet, and people will be like, oh, Melted Man, oh, I'll have to have him, you know what I mean? Because I need get She-Hulk's nipple, you know what I mean? So it's and then all of a sudden, like, Melted Man's the most popular guy in the world, and like, he was just made up to go in the toy line. It's ridiculous, but it's great marketing. It's great business sort of sense.
They're not daft, these lads, are they?
All right, but I remember when Marvel Legends used to be able to get them in pound stretcher for like $2.99 and stuff like that. So you like
Really?
get it when they went on clearance and stuff. So you get the Build-A-Figures for like something like 14 quid or something for a Build-A-Figure and the whole wave. So it's just like
Jesus.
I was just buying them by the basketful there back then. You know what I mean? Yeah. But
Don't get that now, like.
Well, look at them ones that turn up in home bargains in Scotland. I'm not bitter. The Ultimate Green Goblin Build-A-Figure ones. They were like what, $5.99, $6.99. So
yeah.
if you're talking 23 quid full price, that's not a bad reduction, really.
Yeah, it's pretty good, and I've got the whole set, plus doubles. But don't worry, you'll be getting a couple of doubles in your box.
All
Because
right.
I've got about 5 Spider-Mans.
Excellent. Oh well, thank you very much for that, Jeff.
You'll be getting a Spider-Man and a Michelangelo for damn sure.
Now that's a team. I get behind that team, like. But I managed to find was it 2 of the Guardians of the Galaxy ones in TK Maxx. So
you found 2?
I got the Iron Man one, which was like, yeah, thanks for just putting a random Iron Man figure in with the Guardians of the Galaxy. I certainly didn't want to get Thanos or a flipping Ronan or out like that, you know what I mean? Just, an Iron Man in there who's not even in the movie, but,
Yeah. Good one, Marvel. Fantastic.
And I got flipping Batista, what's his name?
Aye.
Flipping
Drax.
Aye, that's the fella. I got him. So I've basically got like a bit of a log with a belly button at the moment. So
that's all you're gonna get. It's just
that's it.
that.
That's it.
Belly button man.
It's just like I am get Groot's ass type of. So I'm sure eventually I'll get them. Like I say, it's just silly money for them, and like, don't get us wrong. I mean, if you really like them and that's your thing and you're only into that, then it's probably not too bad. But I mean, when you're like me and you're into like everything, I mean, I cannot be going out buying random tat and then collecting all sorts of other stuff as well.
That's like me. Like, I'm well into the constructor bots at the minute. Oh, well into those. I can't stop buying them. And I build them and I put them up like, that's great, right, next. It's like, next one built up, next. But they're actually pretty cool. They're far too dear when they're out brand new. I mean, they're crazy. Like, I wouldn't pay like £19 for them. But when you're buying them for £4 or £5, it's worth it.
Yeah. They had the little ones in the pound shop, like the tiny ones.
Did they? Did you buy any?
I got a couple, yes.
Yeah. In the pound shop? God, I have to go there.
Oh, I guess it was Pound World, not Poundland.
Oh, sorry, Pound World are the more classy of the two establishments.
I don't know, like, I mean, it's like round here we've got 3 Poundlands and 1 Pound World. So I guess Pound World's more sort of exclusive, you know. It's more of like, you know, you gotta have a card to get in that one, you know what I mean? Because it's
Or Poundland will let any old cock in.
yeah, Poundland. I mean, just walking there in your underpants and stuff. It's like, you know, having a shave or something, just walking around Poundland. They're just like, all right, crack on, mate. Just put it back on the shelf. Somebody will buy it. It's all right. Type of thing. Whereas Pound World, you know, what I mean, it's like probably like you've got to put like a t-shirt on and you know, kind
clothes, shoes.
Yeah, that's it. You know, I mean, you got to brush your teeth.
Is that Mrs. Pooh giving you some grief there?
Yes. She was being a gesture there.
I saw the eyes raising in terror.
Just sinking down. Oh,
oh no!
Oh dear. He's done it again. Bless. We'll keep going up to 3 viewers and 2 viewers. So, hello everybody. If you're commenting, I cannot say it. So, you know, sorry. I have got the thing which says say something down the side, which Skullgrim said yo when I've put a couple of things on. So if you guys can see that, put your stuff on there. If not, if there's something else to press. So I've just seen Jeff saying yo yo yo. So there we go. I can definitely see something. So if you're watching, just let us know who's there. Say hello, and we'll definitely shout your name out. We'll probably get it wrong, but we'll shout whatever we can read out.
I'm pretty confident that I'm one of the viewers because I've got the the window open.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident I'm one of the other viewers. So basically, it's me, you, and Skullgrin. Yes, that's how I like to roll.
Fall asleep. He's been waiting for hours for it to start. He's like, oh Jesus, have a nap.
I want me tea. I went on the unofficial Warren on Monday. Just popped on for half an hour. I was in the leisure centre, obviously, and it was pretty interesting because afterwards, Ollie was apparently been eating pasta during the show.
Why? What is wrong with him?
He ran out of hummus.
Well, he's only little. He needs to eat as much as he can most of the time. Try and gain a few inches.
Big piece of pasta like that.
If you had any of those bow pastas, man, they'd fucking drown him.
Give that another pot noodle. So anyway, I might as well start showing some of my my sort of recent pickups and finds and stuff. So we'll have something visual to watch as opposed to just my mush, me bushy mush. And we'll start off with this was what I got out of Sainsbury's, and it's a piece of Hot Wheel track. So there you go, and that came to 50p.
Jeez, so that's all right.
I thought I was kind of in the when I went to the till because Sainsbury's. It annoys me when you go into these supermarkets and they don't have the sort of self 50 bop thing where you can just go and check what prices are of things. And the people who work on the self checkout counter really don't like it when you take loads of stuff and just scan it to see what it is and then tell them, oh, I don't want any of this, mine, but I've just put this stuff through here. And they're like, I'm going to do some work.
No!
You know? I'm just studying to look good, not do any work, you know. That's what people who work on the tills are for, you know, like spitting on them and stuff. So I'm just like, oh, well, I just wanted to price up this piece of beef. Anyway, so went to the customer service at Sainsbury's, you know, obviously they stood there with a dicky bow on and all that and clipboards and stuff, trying to look important. and had a load of Kia, and even she was like, "Beep, oh, that's 50p. That's a good price, isn't it?" I'm like, "That's the reason why it's the only thing I'm buying from this store, my love."
I know.
Have you seen how much they charge for their own crisps?
That is extortionate. They're absolutely robbing bandits. Like.
Anyway, so the next thing I got was this Black Knight from Matt Hatter. So I've been trying to find a few of these figures. They are getting increasingly harder to find these days, but as you can see, there's quite a few pretty cool looking ones on the back there. So if anybody sees any of these,
What's that from? A cartoon, is it?
I believe it is. I've never really seen it, but I have seen the toys kicking about, and I think it came out the other year type of thing, but they're pretty interesting. Sort of.
It's like a ninja kind of fella.
He's a knight, Black Knight. So.
Oh, clues in the name there, Jeff. Eh? Oh, Jeff, he's a knight. Because he's called Black Knight.
The ninja.
Oh, he's a ninja! Oh dear.
I got a couple of these Power Ranger keys. They were just giving these away in Tesco's, so I just had to liberate them of a couple.
Oh, no, Tastic will be jealous as, man.
I'd say he'll have to wipe his keyboard after this. So that's the Operation Overdrive, which I didn't have that one, so that's pretty cool. That was a need. And the SPD, Special Police Power Ranger Force Ninjas. So I got them too.
What are the keys for?
So they can drive their vehicles, I assume.
All right. Is it actually a key?
Well, you would think so, unless it's like one of these contactless ones where they go in with the speedos and that and just stand next to the big Zord and it just lets them in.
I would watch it if that was the case.
Yeah,
like.
yeah. It's morphin' time! Like, oh, I forgot my contactless thing. Have to try and get hotwire this kid Tyrannosaurus Rex.
See, that's what they're missing in Power Rangers. They should have something like that. I would watch it if that kind of shit happened. Instead of them all doing it in unison and lights flashing and shit.
Or like, so it's only got like one leg and it's kind of like dragging itself along, going like flipping stupid saber-toothed tiger there. You know what I mean? I've only had it 6 months. It's supposed to be one of these rechargeable flipping car things. You only get 20 miles to it. It's just jumped out of that cliff. It's used all its charge up.
Oh, that would be that would be great. Absolutely brilliant.
Well, there you go. So basically, just I would rate the Power Rangers, man. Easy. Just gotta have a bit of, use a bit of imagination.
Aye, because they use bundles of it in their shows.
Well, that's it. I mean, where's the creativity? You know what I mean?
It's the same bloody storyline in every single one.
Aye. Yep.
I suppose when they've got a winning formula, they don't want to change it.
I mean, the thing is, it's a legacy now, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's been going like, what, 20 odd year or something, 25 year, and then I mean, obviously, I think the original from Taiwan, Japan type of stuff. I mean, that's been going from like 1975. That stuff.
Really?
So, aye. Well, basically, what it was like they took their show and then just put English actors in the bits where they weren't running around and jumping and doing all the karate stuff, and then just used the footage type of thing, like what they used to do with the Godzilla movies and that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Why, aye, man. See, there's a whole world of
Power Rangers trivia out there
waiting for you to ignore.
I didn't know it'd been going on since 1970s though. That is crazy.
Mid
for a show that shit has been going on all that time.
Well, look at Coronation Street. That's rubbish, and that's been
on since the beginning of fucking time.
It was called Coronation Pebble originally,
Yeah.
And then it was Coronation Rock, and then Coronation flipping.
Ali.
What? Aye, and it just. It's like I said, something doesn't have to be good to have longevity.
That's true.
It just has to appeal to the lowest common denominator. I got this piece of cosplay here.
Oh, is that Buzz Lightyear's arm?
It's Buzz Lightyear's severed arm.
Severed arm. Where's the rest of him?
Well, it's here. You have to be the rest of Buzz, you see. So it's a bit tight fit. So I'll just have to. I say, and I am now Buzz Lightyear.
Does it make noises?
And if you pull it up there, and you got lights.
Oh, brilliant!
And then you've even got a camcorder thing on there. Look.
Oh, that's cool.
Look at that. You can come in and start command. That's pretty cool. So,
where was that from?
This was a charity shop find, so just have to get the butler. But the bands have been playing with it and punching each other in the face with it and stuff, so it's definitely been a winner. Right, hold on, I've shed me load. Right, I saw these and thought of Odd Pod.
They got long hair.
When you open the zipper, it sings Jesus Christ Superstar.
Hallelujah.
Yes. I wore my coat out.
Oh, that's fantastic.
My side parting. Oh. So it's still got this thing, but the best thing about it is, it's like all its bits are stuck on my Velcro. So, and it's got like loads of other bits, like random eyes and things.
Oh, sweet.
And horns and stuff like that, and so you can like make your own weird monsters and stuff.
That's brilliant.
Pull its lug off. So I thought it was really cool. I didn't realize it was like this type of thing. I just saw a kind of puppet thing in a bag and thought, that'll be kind of cool to get. But there was two of them, so I got them. They were like £1 each. So I was like, that's pretty cool. I think they're normally about, is it 20 or 30 quid or something normally? Can't really sell, doesn't matter.
I hope you weren't asking me. I don't know.
I was asking my usual lovely assistant. Apparently, watching people give birth is more important.
Is she watching Coronation Alley?
She's watching one born every flipping half an hour or something.
Oh God!
So I got two of those type of thing. So it's pretty cool.
Are they going to be appearing on the Paul Poo channel?
I was contemplating on doing a kind of maybe a parody.
What sort of parody? That would be sweet.
So we'll see how that goes. Might be fun.
Definitely. Pod would love that.
Well, any publicity is good publicity, you know what I mean? So,
exactly.
You know, that's what it's all about. I managed to find myself a world's heavyweight championship belt.
Nice.
It spins as well, which is pretty cool. So that was pretty cool. Pretty chuffed to find that.
Is that quite an old one?
I think it's the older style. But it's kind of it's probably one of the most kind of recognizable ones, I would say.
Yeah.
As Jeff says, I've never seen it before in my life. I got this wrestler.
Who the fuck's he?
He is Edge.
He's Edge.
He's Edge.
He's a cheeky looking chappy, isn't
He is. He looks nothing like the guy from U2.
he? No, there's no hat for a start. He
He's
looks
got no
pretty
hat.
pleased with himself. I don't know what he's been up to.
Lita, I think her name was.
No.
So I've got him. I think that's it. And I got this lovely Count Duckula.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So it even comes with his cape, so you can swish when he goes out the room.
Oh, I used to love that show.
So pretty cool. It's probably the second one of these I've ever seen. So the
I've
first
never
one
seen one. No.
I left the first one I saw, but when I saw him this time, I thought, nah, I have to get myself a Count Duckula.
Aye, that's awesome.
So pretty cool. I've got another wrestler. This one's
The Phantom of the Opera.
It's Sting.
It's Sting from the
It's
Police.
Sting. That's right. That's right. Message in a bottle.
Looks a bit like him, actually.
I do particularly like the fact that his kite's hanging out at the front there. It's rather an interesting look.
Dressed in a hurry, like.
You'd be kind of annoyed when you, like, if you're the wrestler, thinking like, they could have at least, could just put an extra inch there. You know what I mean? Like how humiliating. Wardrobe malfunction. But I do believe that these are like European exclusives as well, so that's pretty cool.
Was that the charity shop as well?
All this is charity shop stuff, apart from the Sainsbury's thing.
Nice one.
I've got this ghost from Ghostbusters.
Oh, is that like a shampoo bottle top?
It is like a shampoo bottle top. It's exactly what it is. So, pretty cool.
That is
Obviously,
cool.
no shampoo with it, but you can kind of just rub it around your head and stuff. And
Aye,
sure if you rub hard enough, you might get a bit of a lava going.
Or start a fire.
Yeah. Yeah. Got a couple of fig rigs.
Nice.
One is the long card and one is the short card. So, for those people who are Hot Wheels collectors, there you are. Fig rigs.
For your Hot Wheels, do you keep them on the card or do you take them out of the packet?
I keep them on the card.
Ah.
Whenever I say a fig rig, I always pick them up. I've got flipping hundreds of them now, so.
All carded?
Aye.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, like, they're £1 a pop, so it's just like, well, it's pocket money when you're out and about, you know what I mean? So when I see one, it's like, it's almost like I enjoy looking through the Hot Wheels to see if I can find a fig rig, and then when I find one, I'm like, hey, found another one type of thing. So basically just scalping the entire northeast of fig rigs, basically, is what I'm doing. So there's all these kids out there who are desperate for fig rigs. Can I find them? Because my loft's full of them. So
you've got them all.
Sorry, kids, but don't worry. I'll let you buy them off us at a premium rate. It's all right. Go on, I'll let you twist me arm. And the final thing I got is a Furby.
Fabulous.
This is one of the more modern sort of 2012 ones when they got re-released and stuff. And over the years, I've seen many Furbies like kicking about and stuff, and you'd be surprised how much people actually want to charge you for them, like especially the older style ones. There's currently one in a charity shop near me that's been there for about a year, and they're wanting £15 for it.
Whoa. 15?
£15. £14.99.
Jeez.
Now I don't know what the going rate is, but I'm not paying £15 for a Furby. Like,
me neither.
No
chance.
Fair enough if it like could go and like put the kettle on and make a cup of coffee type of thing. I'd maybe start to think about it. But
right. To be honest, I wouldn't even pay a 50p for one of those.
Right. Well, I paid a little bit more for this, but this is one. This is one of the more modern ones, so it has all the bells and whistles. Now, when I seen it, an old woman had it in her hand and stuff, and I thought, oh, she looks like she's got a dodgy hip. So she put it down, so I picked it up, and I thought, oh, it's probably like it's the real I am, you know what I mean? So it was like $2.99, and the band's like, oh, and Dad'll have a bit play with that. And so I thought, well, for £3, they're like, I think they were like 60 quid when these came out, these ones. So,
Jeez, really?
aye. I think they're currently about 32 quid now, but like they're kind of supposed to be half price type of thing. But even at 32 quid, I mean that's ridiculously expensive. So I thought for £3, it was worth picking up.
That's a bargain, like.
So
what do they do?
Hey,
What do they do?
they basically just annoy the life out of you.
Do they make noises and their eyes move and that?
Would you like me to switch it on, Jeff?
Of course, of course.
Would you like me to do the demo of
yes.
the right? Well, basically,
demo. Holy shit balls!
and then,
he looks
and then
possessed.
Says, I shall now take over the world.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
Oh!
Me. Oh yeah! Me.
And then you touch it in places like.
Unai Nola.
Whoa!
You can like put your finger in its mouth.
Sounds like my missus. He wasn't keen on that.
Unai funny.
So I pushed it a bit too far. It's got a bit of a gag reflex, this Furby. So.
Oh yeah, me.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
Oh yeah, me. Oh yeah, me.
Yes, you. Shut up. You pull its tail.
Hey, Lulu. No jokes.
All right. And stuff, and it's got sensors and stuff around this, but.
Oh, I've definitely
doing?
got myself one of them. Its eyes are just mad.
Well, it actually has pupils and stuff in there, but obviously it's not really picking it up. Let's see if I can put it a bit closer.
Oh, that's even scarier. Look into my eyes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yoo-hoo.
Ooh! I'm gonna come to your house and kill you.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Oh yeah.
You go, girl. So there you go. That's some. It does have these things that pop out the bottom here, so it can so it can dance and stuff. But
Seriously.
I think they have about 30 personalities. So depending on how you treat them, it behaves.
I've been battering mine against the wall every day. It would hate me.
Well, I mean, yeah, treat them mean, keep them keen, didn't you? So
exactly right. You end up probably if you battered it enough, it'd end up cooking you breakfast or something.
Aye. So there you go. That's it. You basically you have to give it like a minute of inactivity, and it does fall asleep. So we'll just stick it over there, and it'll just chunk her away for a bit. So there you go.
That was good.
That's quite a few bits there.
I've got Rabbit in the chat.
All right.
He says hi. That's all he said.
Hi, Rabbit.
Where is he? It's weird switching between the screens because obviously yours is the actual screen. There's a time delay for the YouTube one.
I just paused that one. I just thought I'll leave that.
Oh, I should have done that. I've done that now.
Yes, I'm just gonna start putting my toot.
Your toot.
in me Poundland bags. But yes, have you seen Ex Machina at all?
Who?
Ex Machina, I
Who's
think it's
that?
called. It's basically like this guy creates a robot lass, and he gets somebody who works for him to come and like test her.
Oh yeah, I saw the trailers for it.
I watched it last night. So kind of having this Furby thing, I'm a bit scared now, like.
It started.
But
The movie is coming to life through the Furby.
it's worth a watch, like, to be fair, because it's kind of like, you know, the way they do it, like. So
I'll have to give it a watch.
I would definitely give it sort of 4 out of 5.
Of Pooh Stars.
Yeah, they're like poo stains. 4 to 5.
Yeah, 4 out of 5 skid marks for.
Yeah, it's like a touching cloth. 4 stains and 1 touching cloth. I guess we best invite Robert along, don't
Yeah.
Right.
I've just sent him a wee invitation. So.
Have you? All right. That's very good of you to just invite somebody onto my channel.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right.
Well, it's not. You just said it. I only did it when you said it.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll expect my mum to pop on in a bit. You know what I mean? She'll be like,
Well, my mum's actually calling me in a minute on Skype. We could get her on. But hello.
What's going on here?
Oh, sorry. I feel really bad now.
Oh, it didn't feel bad, man, Jeff. I'm just pulling your leg, man. You know you're a trusted member of the Pooh-Git universe.
Fuck off, Rabbit. You're not coming on.
Yes, Jeff's invited you, has he? Clink. That's all good, man. Yes, everyone's welcome. Don't worry.
I want to go and see. Well, because you know I'm a massive Man from Uncle fan. The new film's coming out. It looks all right, but it's Guy Ritchie, so it might be good.
Yeah, he's done more good than bad, hasn't he? So.
Yeah, he definitely has. I mean, I love all his films. I like the Rock and Roller. I don't know if you've seen that.
I don't think I have. No.
It's worth a watch. It's a good film. One of his better ones, I would say.
Who's in that?
Mm.
Who's in that?
Oh, who's in that? It's Jared Butler's in it.
Oh, cool.
And that English bird who's in Mission Impossible 3, Tamsin something. She's pretty fit. That's all I can really remember.
Right.
But it's a really good film, like definitely worth a watch. And it's got that Idra guy in it as well.
Who?
Idra. He was in. I tell you who he was. He was in Thor. He was the gatekeeper fella with the big sword and the funny eyes. He was in it. He had eyes like the Furby, actually.
That's right. It's asleep now, so.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Well, we'll not disturb it.
Should have brought some of my pickups with me, but I've left them in the shed.
Yes,
So all the removaling, I just forgot about them.
Looking forward to the extension on the shed later. I'll be.
Well, I could potentially be getting not just a shed, but an actual little kind of house thing. I'm renting, basically renting. It's like a garage, but it's like a little house, which I'm going to be decking out pretty soon. So yeah, that'll be good. I'll be able to get all my stuff out on display instead of it all sitting in the shed.
So it's going to be something that'll be on Storage Wars in a couple of years' time.
Yeah, I think so. But it looks the part, like
Right.
literally it's like a wee house. So
is it near where you live?
No, well, kind of. It's down the road. I'll have to travel there whenever I want to peruse my collection.
Aye. I'm just going to do a review.
Yeah, 10 miles down the road. I can't be bothered now. Just gonna have a cup of tea and go home.
That's good. The thing is, you got to do what you got to do at the end of the day. And if it's more space and stuff, it means you can get more bits, doesn't it? So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can kind of broaden your collection horizons.
Well, I want to try and get all the toys that I had as a kid. I want to really try and get the stuff that I had.
Yeah.
I just really want to do that because there's so much stuff. Because I ended up getting all the Lego that I had as a kid. I've got about 5 boxes just full of Lego. So
2 seconds.
Rabbit, is that yourself? Oh no, he's gone. He's not there either.
All right. Hello, Robert.
Is that another baby born?
I'm not going to tell you what happened there. Like,
What happened?
later. See, Robert's joined the chat. You all right, Robert?
I think so. If you can hear me.
Where are you?
I can't hear you.
Why not?
I can't hear you.
Oh, can Paul hear me?
I can hear you, Robert, which makes a change.
God.
I can hear you. I can hear you. How's it going, Rabbit?
I would say 56% chance of sunshine.
Yeah,
Chance of showers or?
No, chance of sunshine. I'm living under a rain cloud right now, so.
Oh, you still sick?
Yeah, sick of your voice.
Yeah, well, you're only human, buddy.
There's only so many times I can hear you bigging yourself up.
Well, I am a living legend and a YouTube guru, as you know by now.
I know.
Yep. He's got his own Wikipedia entrance and everything.
Enter Jeff Solo Wikipedia page.
Yep. As edited by Jeff Solo.
Basically, he's the greatest man who ever lived.
Born already a leg end.
Yes.
Well, you certainly sound a lot better, Robert. You don't sound as like Barry White this week.
No, that was particularly. I should have recorded all sorts of messages.
I preferred it when you had the Barry White voice.
I know. Sorry, I'll go out and find some sick person and rub myself against them.
Yeah.
Lick them.
Best
Lick
plan.
them.
Lick them.
Lick them, yeah.
Lick them. Yep. Especially like just make sure they haven't bathed and then lick them. You'll be.
Excuse me, sir. Have you bathed? No. Excellent. Well, it's your lucky day. Plagued ice cream cone. Yeah. Doing better. Must say, Rock and Roller, excellent film.
Thank you.
I'm desperate for the next one. If they're ever going to do it.
Well, they were speaking about it, but I don't think it's ever going to happen now.
Down.
Oh, the music was brilliant.
It is absolutely brilliant. I think I've seen that all of 2 times.
Wow.
I've seen it about 10 times. I've got 3
10?
copies. I've got 3 copies of the DVD. I'm a big fan, Rabbit.
Excellent.
What? Is that one for every room that has the device?
He's just got Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
He keeps forgetting he's bought it.
Well, I buy one and then I lose one, and then I lend someone one and I get it back, and I end up with about 4 or 5 of them. So, and a bit of Alzheimer's as well.
It's not worse when, I mean, remember back in the day, you used to get the blockbuster videos and you go, oh, I'll go and try something new, and you get a film and you get home and realize you've already got it.
Oh, I've done that hundreds of
No,
times.
no, but that would sort of happen. But in this scenario, go there, rent something, and then find out it was on telly.
Aye.
That's
Yeah.
always happened to me. Whenever I go and buy a film, it will be on telly within the next week. So it's like, forget it, I'm not buying any more.
Well, that was like when you've rented The Mummy, because The Mummy is on Channel 5 at least 4 times a week.
Yeah, it's on today.
You're joking.
No,
And what's the other one? Deep Blue Sea or Deep Blue something? That's always on. That one with the sharks and all the animals in the water killing everyone.
Yeah, them rabid cows, swimming cows, killing people. That's
my favourite part.
aye. Samuel Jackson, I'm sick of these damn swimming cows. There's no worse when seawater gets mixed with milk.
Oh, brilliant.
excellent haul, by the way, Jeff. Excellent haul.
Wasn't too bad, was it?
It wasn't too shabby at all. How far south did you have to go to get that good a haul?
It was just south of Birmingham,
All right.
Bloody
and
hell.
they wouldn't take my Scottish money at the car boot sale.
Well,
Can't
you will
blame
give
them.
Monopoly money out, so
Well, I was pretty furious by this, so I just said, look, you either take my money or I'm not buying any of your stuff. So they took it, and that's the end of the story.
all right. I'll do that tomorrow with Monopoly money. You either take my money or that's it.
It's not Monopoly money. I think you'll find it's legal tender, pal.
I don't know, like, it's written in crayon, isn't it?
Jeff dollars.
It's just $100.
Yes.
Great exchange rate at the minute for the solo dollars.
If anyone's out there wants to buy a few, then
Either about £10 for $1. So just private message me and I'll send you out some. Just PayPal the money and I'll send you out some Jeff Solo
Jeff
dollars.
dollars. Are they also promises of like autographs of Jeff as well?
Well, there's going to be the calendar this year. Well, probably it's a bit late this year. We'll do it next year. The
Yeah, I
shower
was gonna
scene,
say
the
this
shower scenes, or the shower years. Right. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm sure you guys are too.
Only on Jeff's channel would you get a calendar halfway through the year. Right, the new calendar's released. 6 months left.
Released in August.
It runs from August to July next year.
You don't need all the earlier months.
Technically, you could charge more for a later one because it's already a collector's edition, isn't it? So it'd be like, obviously, it's still in demand. So, like, instead of being like the 12 quid a calendar costs, we'll just charge you 20 quid. And you'll even sign it?
I think that's a good point, well made. I think I might just bring it out next month. See how we go.
Bring it out next month, but make it lenticular.
Or you could do the first, say, 8 months, like a flip book. Because obviously...
Of me coming out the shower.
If you could do that in 8 pages, then...
I'd probably need a few more calendars combined, if I'm honest.
Right.
Who am I kidding? September, October, November, December will do me.
I suppose it depends if your shower's in a bath, because obviously you've got to step over the bath, haven't you? So I mean, that's going to be at least 2 pages there. So.
Well, that's it. That's the thing. I have a shower cubicle. There's no bath involved.
Wow.
So the time, it wouldn't be too long.
That's a bit squish, isn't it? Huh?
No bath, mate. No bath. But my
no
brother's
bath.
girlfriend keeps buying my missus bath bombs for Christmas.
Aye.
Which is well, great when you don't have a bath. You can put them in the sink, but it doesn't really do much.
Aye. Sort of, you don't really wash up the elbow in the sink, can't you?
Aye. It's not good. You can stick your head in it, but I wouldn't. I've tried it. It's not advisable.
Just get a
That
couple
was-
of fish tanks or something.
Could you not just like put some sort of like duct tape around the cubicle and just fill the shower right up?
Oh, I've not tried that yet. That might work.
Duct tape, yeah.
It'd
Think
take
might need
ages
some-
to fill up, and I might drown, but it's worth a shot.
I think
Yeah,
you might need
I
some
mean-
mastic or something. But yeah, can you imagine the next person that comes into that bathroom and sees you like drowned in the cubicle?
I'd be like Wolverine.
Just get a
With
couple
your bath
I
bombs.
don't know, getting injected. It'll just be foam and flowers and shit everywhere.
Quick, throw another bath bomb in.
Weapon X is about to escape. Quick.
I'll be the greatest smelling superhero in the world.
Yeah.
My blood will course with fucking lavender and fucking.
When he bleeds, it's so sensual.
Exactly.
Everyone's gonna want to cut you though.
Yeah, nothing new there. No, that's something to think about.
Yeah, put those
Look into
notes
that.
down into the request box.
Just surprise you all last, you know what I mean?
Aye.
Again. We see, we've got a bath in our house, you know what I mean? So,
We're only
Yeah.
poor, like just a shower for us.
it's a tin bath, like, you know, you've got to heat the water with a good coal, you know, from the pit.
Is it in the living room?
Oh, wait, no, where else would you put it? Near the outside toilet, how?
Oh, tremendous.
Splendid and tremendous.
Do you have a bath, Rabbit? Are you a bath lover or?
Yes, I love the pleasures of a bath.
Yeah. Any bath toys?
Just the one.
Just the one.
Yeah. Does it squeak?
Yeah.
Is it your submarine?
Yeah, you can submerge it if you want.
Up periscopes.
It's in the same line as Japsai He-Man figures, you know.
Ah, it's his vehicle.
It's his vehicle, yeah.
The aqua rabbit.
The Acro Rabbit, yeah, that's it.
Ah.
Yeah, gotta love baths. Can't bother with showers. There's no point to it. You might as well step out in the rain, you know.
But you're quicker in the shower. I don't know about you, but I'm not really want to hang around in there. I want to be in, shower, out, doing something else. No?
No.
I agree.
Don't want to be hanging around in the bath playing with my Japside figures and all that. I want to be out there.
No.
No, you're so
No.
wrong.
Just wrong. If you want to shower, wait until it rains. Go out with your bath bombs and your scare the locals.
Tend to find it takes me about 10 minutes to get wet.
What, in the shower?
Well, I mean, just like so much hair, it's like, it's ridiculous, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm like one of them dogs, you know what I mean? Like, you're wetting us for ages and like, you'll pull a bit of hair back and it's still dry, you know what I mean? It's just like,
Oh dear. Oh, here we go. There's Lancelot. Tobias is on the chat.
Oh, nice. We've got to give him notice next time. Sorry, Lancelot. Next time I'll give you a whole 7 minutes notice. But the solo poo thing. I mean, I'm up for doing more of this on a sort of fairly semi-regular basis. Not to put anybody on the spot or out. Just.
No, I'm keen. Always keen.
Well, there you go. So, and obviously, we're always happy to have any special guests. And Rabbit's very special. So.
You are.
Did you catch me as?
Yeah, that's your new one.
That's my new one.
Yeah.
Just sort of testing it out.
Sounds a bit like Fantastic Taylor's intro.
Oh. Speaking of Taylor, I'm going to have to send him those Twinkies because they are foul.
Oh, true.
I had one just because I was a bit peckish, and they're horrible.
Yep. It's like a sponge with shaving foam inside, isn't it?
Oh, it's sponge with shaving
Exactly
foam.
what it
Yeah.
is.
Oh, it's disgusting. I don't know how he eats them. It's like, ugh, I can't even waste them to do a review with them. I'm just like, oh no, yuck.
You should have put them on your fingers and done what you were going to do.
I did. I was, but after eating one, I don't really want to put them on my fingers.
Oh, it's a letdown.
Aye.
I know. I don't, I don't know if that stuff will even come off.
Probably not.
I don't know what that white substance is living within it, so don't really want anything to do with that. But what's that? It's a bit harsh.
What's the meaning of this? Another unannounced show. You guys got to give me some warning so I don't miss them. Just spent the last 10 hours board gaming. Jeez, 10 hours?
Yeah, 10 hours is nothing, man. Board games.
Was he playing Monopoly?
Tiddlywinks.
10 hours worth of tiddlywinks. His hands will be red raw.
Well, that is that worse when a gun's behind the settee and you gotta like still try and get it out from behind the settee. It's worse than trying to get out the bunker on golf, isn't it? You know what I mean? So
It would make it a bit more exciting, I think.
Diddlywings, great game. Board gaming, fantastic.
It is good, but not for 10 hours, crikey.
Oh, yeah, no, once you find a game, or even a couple of games, 10 hours just whizzes by.
Paul, could you play a board game for 10 hours?
probably.
Would you want to play a board game for 10 hours?
Well, I mean, technically, if it's 10 hours, you'd be entitled to half an hour's lunch break and at least one 15-minute sort of break as well, wouldn't you? Sort of legally. So
You'd have to have breaks, is what you're saying.
Well, but like legally, kind of you are entitled. I'd kind of, I can think of worse things to do for 10 hours. To be fair.
That's true. Having a bath is one of them.
At least I'd be wet after the 10 hours, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you'd hope so.
it'd take about another 4 hours to get dried.
Have any of you been into Asda for these? The Black Series figures are half price at the moment. The wee ones.
No, I don't collect the black figures.
You don't collect them?
Well, I don't really collect much Star Wars stuff, to be honest.
Oh, I didn't used to, but when they're worth that money, you know, they're worth £5 a figure, not 10. So
Well, yeah.
there's not many left at the minute.
So you're just snapping them up.
Yeah, I'm trying to, and Tobias has picked up a few as well. He was saying there. Oh, he played 5 different games in
There you
10
go.
hours.
What games? Let me know what games.
Monopoly, Pictionary, and Hospital.
We've played Cards Against Humanity for more than 10 hours, haven't we?
Oh God.
Yeah.
I've once had an unfortunate Cards Against Humanity incident.
Oh, what?
I was out with a group of people who seemed to think it was the best game in the world, and I was like, wait, I'm me, I mean, I'm up for out, I mean. So I was like, wait, I'll hold my hat in there, like, and then sort of sat down and sort of like they got the game out and stuff, and it was like, all right, and started to play it and stuff, and I just thought, oh no, and like it never ends. Like there's no end to the game.
No.
Like how do you how can I fake my own death? Sort of. In the end, I was just like, I'm just going to the toilet, and they just carried on as if I was still there. I was just like, oh yeah, I'm going to the bar. I was like, oh man, nah.
Well, there is an end to the game, but
Is
it
it right?
never
Did you manage to get out of it?
transpired.
Did you manage to get out of it, Paul, or did you have to stay?
They were like, oh, we're still playing. I was like, aye, nah, but I'd rather just be over here, talking to myself for a bit. I was just saying a mouse get run along the skirting board. You know what I mean? I'm quite happy over here. It was hard work. I mean, I'm not the best person for reading things as well. So when you're in a group of 30 people and you've got to read out loud and stuff, and I was just trying to thinking this is stress I don't need. I'm trying to be enjoying myself, not learn words and stuff. It was just nah.
I'm not very good at that. But I've played it so much that we've even adapted it to play charades. So I've done charades of those things.
Really?
Yeah.
That's going to be harsh.
Oh, it's harsh. Just wait until you get me doing a charade of coat hanger abortions.
Coat hanger abortions?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not very PC. It's
No.
it's very niche.
That's dreadful.
Oh, that's just about as tame as I can probably make it for you.
Yeah, there's some pretty nasty stuff.
I don't want to ever play it.
I'll send you my copy of it. I'm done with it now.
Oh my god, coat hanger abortions.
It's try playing it with 30. You could flip and get nerds though. Anyway, like I said, other people seem to be enjoying it, but it wasn't really my cup of tea. And it wasn't because the content is fine. I wasn't bothered by the content. It was just I don't know. I just couldn't get away with a game. I don't know. I'd rather play Buckaroo.
Buckaroo.
Now you're talking my language.
What about Mr. Pop?
Mr. Pop's it's all right. I'm more of a
Buckaroo.
yeah. It's kind of don't know.
He played Days of Winter, King of Tokyo, For Sale, Game of Thrones, and Yasapan.
I've only played King of Tokyo on that one, so that's the only one I own. Although I probably would say I'll go out on a limb here and say that Luke's probably bought all of those.
You reckon?
Yeah. He's
And played all of them.
Yeah, he's got one fella that comes round his house. I would say once a month or something, and he locks him in there for a weekend, and they just hammer through these games.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I reckon.
How would you escape, Paul?
Well, it's not easy.
Just get up and leave, when it's your turn. I'm off to the Kazi. Boom, out he's gone.
Never come back.
I usually just smuggle a hacksaw in with us. Because once he realised I was escaping through the toilet window, he put bars up. So.
Oh, us board gamers, we're hardcore. We'll glue you to the chair.
I tried that Risk once. Jesus, man, that blew my mind. So hard. I always ended up losing everything. Pull out attacks and just lose everything. Everyone came round the back and that was it. Game over.
That sounds like a regular Friday night down here, but
Yeah. That's obviously a different type of Risk to what we're used to, I think.
That's different. That's
the way they told me it was played.
Round the back, game over, man.
Yeah.
You lose.
I wondered when we were all playing it naked. I'm like, why are we playing this naked?
Get a nap bucket.
Yeah.
House rules, house rules.
So, Rabbit, are you going to have some puppets in your latest videos?
If I can find one, I will. I will do it.
I think we should have Puppet Week.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like I
Yeah.
say, I was definitely inspired to buy a puppet when I saw one. So
Yeah, it's all Oddpod's fault.
Well, it's not. Well, it's not Oddpod's fault. It's the puppet that runs Oddpod, isn't it?
what, Jim Henson?
Oddpod's not a puppet, Rabbit. He's a real
Hold on.
person.
Is he?
So
Oh, he could have fooled me.
You're trying to tell me that somebody's got their hand up on Pod's ass?
He's not just a big Jesus puppet. He is actually a human being.
Hey, everybody! Yeah. No, but the Oddpod show is run by a puppet. He's
Yeah.
got that little orange puppet thing that supposedly runs the show.
Oh, yeah, the big hairy one.
Yeah, and then he's got another one coming in who's been hired to do TV reviews, I think, next.
Jeez.
Oddpod's slowly getting pushed out. It is like this set of like Sesame Street or something. Special guest coming in.
Yeah. He's got to watch that.
There'll be no humans left. It'll just be like smile time.
Yeah, I think he knows his number's up. Like, as soon as Murray gets involved, it'll be Murray's fucking channel soon. Pod will be away.
Yeah, as soon as I see the right puppet, I'll pick it up, and then hopefully one in the Warren will all have the significant puppets just doing it instead.
Well, some of you will need them.
Why?
Say no more. Right, I'm just going to go and sort of freshen up, and I'll be back in a moment. So please do talk amongst yourselves.
So what are you up to tonight, Rabbit?
This,
this is it.
this, and then sleep.
Well,
Jam packed is my schedule. This, sleep, car boot.
Car boot tomorrow.
Yeah, if the weather's kind.
I'm spent, man. I haven't got any more money after going down south, so I'd just be a day of. I got 4 or 5 big boxes of Lego I've got to sort through.
No,
That's my day.
stop getting Lego. Forget Lego.
It was free.
Oh, well then, okay.
I see you got Lego. Somebody
Yeah,
doesn't collect Lego.
Well, no. The reason why I got it was because there was some guy going around the car boot, one of these other like guys that just buy up everything.
Yeah.
And every stall he's like, "Have you got any Lego? Have you got any Lego? Have you got any Lego?" And then I come across this woman, and she was selling the Indiana Jones set, and she wanted like I think £2 for it. And I was like, "Oh, right, I'll have that because I can see him coming down the way. You ain't having this. I'll grab this for £2."
That was a bargain, like.
Yeah, it was a bargain. You don't really normally see sets. You just normally see like bits and bobs. But yeah. Hopefully car boots tomorrow.
Oh, keep your eyes peeled for G.I. Joe.
Well, I got that other stuff, but obviously that was not right.
Well, no, it was, but I've got to sort my life out. I mean, I'm collecting so many lines now. I need to kind of pigeonhole a bit.
I thought they'd be the same sort of thing, though, wouldn't they?
Well, kind of. Yeah, sort of. They are sort of, but I've got. I mean, I don't collect Action Force, but I have a collection of Action Force, which I don't know how it's happened. But yeah.
Oh, okay. No, not to worry. Not to worry. I mean, I saw them and I just grabbed them anyway. So.
You didn't pay a lot for them, did you?
No. I think it was like.
I tell you, you might want those though. John might want them.
I know, John. I already sold John my tank.
There he is.
I already had the tank, but this tank doesn't have the battery cover on the bottom, so it's a bit.
Oh, okay.
But the black truck seems to sell for like stupid amounts.
Yeah, not too bad. You'll get all right money for that. You're looking very pleased with yourself, Paul.
Yes.
Yeah, you just popped in for a bath.
Just what can I say? Marital bliss.
Oh, lovely. Somebody's said, "Wow, it's Space Ghost." It's not Space Ghost. It's me, Jeff Solo. It's just a picture. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I'm not Space Ghost. Sorry.
Are you sure you're not Space Ghost?
Well, yeah,
are that infamous.
I am not Space Ghost. No, no. But somebody knows who he is, which is pretty awesome. So nice one, Invisigoth. Well done to you. Fantastic.
I better get those questions ready for Taylor.
He's already had them.
Done.
He's gonna have them again. The same ones.
The same ones.
Who was it that thought up that question with the Ultimate Warrior shaking the ropes?
That was Paul.
When I was listening to that, I was like, he's not actually going to say something, is he?
It was the animal one which cracked me up.
got told to make things up, so obviously I just made things up.
I know that he shakes it violently, but you're never going to move the ring.
Yeah, he still answered.
It was the one with the, what was it, the one with the otter? What was that? That one was great.
Oh,
well, no, I just
the Big
just
Show.
said like the Big Show's weight. Like, is it more similar to a horse, a rhinoceros, or an otter?
Oh, that was great.
The otter-sized Big Show.
Yeah, slippery when wet.
But I mean, the one that got me, for me personally, was just like Ric Flair has a son called David.
David.
How many sons like does he have called David? And he's like, oh, 4.
He just loves that name.
I just thought you couldn't make that up.
Oh, there. Yeah, so hopefully that tomorrow, bit of booty, see what goes down. Hopefully.
Oh,
Did you see the Rancor that I picked up?
I did. Was that a Power of the Force one?
I don't know. All I know is it's not the vintage one. The only vintage one I've ever seen is the one that Paul's got.
Yeah, I need to get one of those. I still haven't got one, and I haven't got a Wampa either.
I've never seen a Wampa.
I've got my original Wampa.
Yeah, you do. Lucky dog.
Well,
Today I saw someone that had a whole crap ton of the Star Wars Hasbro Hero figures, and she wanted like £1 a piece for them.
Oh, that's crazy.
Ouch.
And I was like, oh, there's so many that I didn't have, but I just couldn't justify paying £1 a piece for that.
Especially if like, see if you need 20 or 30, it's like that's a massive piece of your car boot gone, isn't it? You know what I mean? So
I know, but they had like the Morian Guards, they had Bosk, and it was just like, oh.
Would you not do a deal of like say X amount for a couple of quid type of thing, or was it just £1 each? Or?
I could just see the look on her face, and I think it wasn't good. I thought I'd just save my money down the line and see what else I'll see them.
Sometimes I just like grab a load and go, oh, I've got 4, and just like have 20, and just be like, there you go. Usually, if you give them the money and they take it, it's then their responsibility to complain what you've took off them. Because if they took the money, you're like, oh well, you accepted my offer, and you just run away.
Or you do what Pod does and just take them.
Just take the joint, doesn't even pay.
No, he doesn't even pay. He just takes them.
Just picks it up and walks away. Taught him well.
Yeah, so I didn't bother with those. Just saved the pennies and picked up some Action Force vehicles instead.
Oh man, I haven't seen your whole video yet, man. So that sounds like you're doing well with Action Force. Then what'd you get?
I got a big tank
Mm-hmm.
and something called an SAS Panther
Oh, nice.
that doesn't have the little trailer or the gun or anything else with it. It just is the car.
Oh, well, I mean, anything Action Force is cool, like I say.
It's that Action Force vehicle is it's the same as the Stinger, the GI Joe Stinger. It's just a recolor of it. I think might be talking shite, but
Yes. Action Force is the boy like G.I. Joe. I like them, but like I say,
I like GI Joe. I grew up with that. That was kind of the main thing for me when I was a kid. I had a few Action Force, but you couldn't bend their legs and stuff. You know, they were kind of like straight up and down.
oh, I don't know. You know, kind of what I would class as like proper. None of this namby-pamby elastic band nonsense. I mean, they you know. But the thing is, with Action Force, they used to play with Star Wars. So to me, like when you got like G.I. Joe, because of all of the articulation, which don't get us wrong, fantastic at the time for the articulation. But it was quite distracting, the aesthetic, if you know what I mean. Whereas like you could have like Baron Ooby Dooby. Like I mean, I used to make him Boba Fett. He was like when Boba Fett took his costume off. That's who he was.
Oh yeah.
So I used to love playing with Action Force and Star Wars because they went together.
Yeah, they're exactly the same size as well. So
Most of them were put out by Palatoy, all of like the UK Star Wars stuff and Action Force.
well, Palatoy did both. And did Palatoy do Action Men as well then?
That's a bloody good question. Over to you, Action Jackman.
Yeah.
I think they did because I think I've got some old Action Man clothes when I was a youngster, and they've got
Well, did you
Palatoy
wear
inside
them?
them. Hey?
Oh no, you wouldn't have worn them. They would have been
Oh.
for Conspiracy Boy.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
they would have fitted him actually. A lovely red jumper. I might send it to him.
bit baggy.
Bit baggy.
So while the kids wear them, though, it's fine.
Yeah, you had some Action Men clothes.
I did. And they
No,
had
that's all you
Palatoy.
ever see at the car boots, though, is the clothes.
Yeah, well, my mum, she worked at a school, and I had the GI Joe Action Men, and I let the kids use them at the school. Obviously, my mum did anyway, without my knowledge. And I went back yesterday because my mum's left that job, and I went to get them, and they were all broken and smashed to bits. I was pretty upset about that. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I suppose that's what they're there for the kids to play with and that. But oh man, just rip the legs out of the sockets and all sorts. Terrible. Like I never used to do that when I was a youngster. Like
I used to burn things a lot when I was a kid.
what, toys or just anything?
Just out.
I just love to burn shit.
Just like the smell of burning. I just like kind of used to melt things and just misspent youth, I guess. But
Well, I'm in that camp as well.
to me, like what I used to like with certain toys was like you play a game and if they kind of got somewhat damaged or malformed in the game, that kind of was kind of a bit like real life, you know. If somebody that kind of got blew up, then they'd kind of been blown up. So the games you would play after with that character, like the events that had happened previous to them, would affect that character and other characters around them.
So one day he got burnt with a lighter, and then he was like if there was a fire in one of the trucks, he was the guy that was like burnt.
No, but basically, if you got burnt with a lighter, then he was get melted face man, and obviously then there was the legend of melted face man, and then people would go and see him, and like
The
you couldn't talk.
legend of melted face.
People would go and see him, and you couldn't talk because he didn't have a mouth anymore.
Give him
So he would
grapes
just
and
have
shit.
he would have to play Cards of Humanity via like charades.
Yep.
Coat hanger abortions.
Cut down on abortions by melted face man. But yeah, like I say, it was just like, you know, if somebody got their arm blown off, then basically that person had to live with no arm and stuff. So
Wow.
I did a similar thing
It's
to that.
tough toy town, isn't it? Your place. It's like
well, like my games
Real
always
life,
continued.
rabbits, real life.
it's real life. It's like film it, you know, documentary.
Well, that's it. But like, my games always continued. If you know what I mean. So like any new toy I got had to kind of be
Feed for their
initiated.
life, basically.
Well, yeah, they had to be initiated. Had to like kind of like basically they were the new guy, so you kind of had to create a backstory. You had to kind of what justification was them for actually being there and stuff. So
It's not a phase that you actually wanted the toy. You sitting in the shops, like creating a backstory. Yep, he's going to fit well.
well, that's it. That was part of the fun for me. Was like say getting a toy and sort of thinking, well, like they kind of give you suggestions of like, well, this guy's got this guy's got that, but really it's up to you what you want to make them, and kind of often I would kind of take some of what their inspiration, but I would create my own character or my own identity for these characters, and that was kind of for me part of the fun was you could just do all sorts of different stuff with, you know, a random toy.
I used to do that as well, and I used to do that with my GI Joes and you know, the corps or the cores I used to get. There was like space ones. They used to wear like white suits, and I used to make my GI Joes turn into those guys, like the Power Rangers, and they were like super duper fucking awesome superheroes. And I used to do all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it was good. It made it a lot like more fun when you had backstories and stuff. Yeah, I can relate to that, Paul, definitely.
Well, like I say, that was to me what it was all about. I mean, you could take a lot of figures, you could get a blanket, you could get a. I mean, I used to make bases out of cassette tapes and VHSs and stuff, and I would like build these giant kind of forts and stuff out of like books and stuff, and just kind of create layers and stuff. And that would be me for the day, you know what I mean? Like just kind of in that world, you know.
Yeah, I used the tape cases.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to use those as well. You can make some serious decent caves with them.
Yeah, who needs
They'll have
Lego,
roots
you know
and
what I mean?
everything.
Yeah, that's it. So I used to do, so yeah, that was always my thing. I was like, build the layer, build the thing, and then kind of create.
Watch it burn.
Watch it burn. Yeah.
And then burn it, yeah.
I love the smell of VHS in the morning.
How will they get out of this one? Stay tuned next week.
Yep. Did you ever used to do this in your bedroom though? Like you get like a ball of wool, and you would just make like a massive web or anything in your room, so like shelves and handles of drawers and stuff, and just like make this huge web, fill your room full of like as much wool as you could, and like basically have all your figures kind of trapped in this massive web and stuff. And
Yeah.
that was always a good one. Especially when you just finished and then your mum had gone, your tea's ready, and you'd realise you were like on the other side of the room and you had to try and get it to your door through this through this web of wool.
It's like Mission Impossible. Dun,
It's like-
dun, 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 dun.
Drawers are being pulled out and things ripped off the wall and stuff as you tried to go and get your kid. beans on toast or something.
She comes up. She comes back upstairs, and you're like Bilbo trapped in Sherb's web or something. You just hung there.
Yeah, you kind of beat a Woolburn.
Oh,
There's a few other folk on the chat. Ornifus?
Mm-hmm.
You guys know him?
Yep.
Well, he is there. So hello to you, sir.
Hello, on office.
Ornifus. And Invisigoth is also. I think I've said him already. I have. 2 shouts out for you, son.
stop giving him away.
Just can't help it.
So he just does what he wants, man.
He does. He just invites people up.
Just
randomly.
does what he
come
wants.
on,
Jeff. You just let him get on with it. It's fine, It's
Well, I can't read the comments, so no one else seems to be doing it. I feel like they're Tastic Taylor.
oh dear. How does that feel?
I was in Asda's yesterday, and you know those turtles you can get, the Nickelodeon ones.
Yeah.
They're all like $4.55 for about 10 of them, but I never bought any of them because I'd already spent my money on pops.
Car Boot Collectors is in.
Is he?
Yeah, all right. Calm down. It's like he just leapt off the sofa there and just ran. Quick, open the door. Let him in.
Come in.
Yo.
Yes, my childhood, I wouldn't have said I was like Sid. I wasn't overtly nasty to me toys, but I kind of can, I kind of can relate to that. Sorry, I was just reading the comments then and just talking without acknowledging that. Everyone else is just going, "What's he talking about?" Lancelot Tobias has apparently said that my childhood was like Sid from Toy Story. So, maybe a little bit. I think I was maybe slightly more roguish than Sid, though.
Calm down, Jeff. All right, I'm sorry. I'm just excited you were here, but that's fine.
So, getting Jeff all worked up.
Calm down, Jeff. You got to respect Car Boot Collectors.
He is a giant.
That's it, he's 9 foot tall.
Yeah, 9 feet tall. It's like lords over everyone else in the car boot.
He could put his head through the sunroof and drive.
Yep. Of a bus.
Of a bus.
A double decker.
Double-decker bus.
Like Mechanic.
No, because didn't Mechanec's head not like his body was turned that way, but his head was facing forward. So he's going to be trying to drive
backwards. I'm driving with his elbows.
I can see what I'm doing, but I'm getting severe back spasms here.
Yes. God forbid I have to do a handbrake turn.
He gets it a lot, apparently, usually from just people in the street.
What? Or you Mechanic?
All right, Gigantosaurus. Let's go.
Why are you so freakishly large? Oh yeah.
Don't blame us. Blame gravity for being so lenient on you.
Exactly.
Oh, he's here, Jeff. So calm.
Thank God.
Excellent.
You must be up to like how many people have you in these things?
More than the Warren, my friend. More than the Warren.
Yeah, more than the Warren.
15 so far.
15? Yes.
Is that not good, like?
Yeah, that's good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I struggled to get 10.
And 3 of them are the people in the warrant.
Yep.
And there's 6 in there. Oh, I mean, it's it's not a competition, I mean, just.
If it was a competition, though, you would be the winners.
Yes, there's 4 viewing at the moment, just to bring it back down to reality. But I just like to sort of have a little play with Rabbit, just to wind him up.
Just wind us up. Watch me go.
Wind him up. That's it. No, I can only dream of getting double figures, Rabbit. One day,
You'll get it.
I mean, I've only got to pay people, so it's only money.
Don't use any Scottish money though.
Well, Jeff will sort you out with a £5.
Yeah, they're funny about that down there, handing over Scottish tender.
Yeah, they're not keen. They're not keen at all.
People fear change.
They do.
And Scotch people.
I think they were just scared of me. I think that was what it was, to be honest. I was like, hey, doing alright? And she was like, oh!
How much is that? 75 pence. There's a £20 Scottish note.
Yeah, that was a bit weird on your haul when I've never seen anyone price something up at 75p.
I thought it was crazy. 75p for the big ones and 50p for the wee ones. I'm like, alright, brilliant.
If I
have all of them.
if I was doing a car boot, I wouldn't make. I mean, I'm not great on mental maths anyway. I'd be like having make it £1 or 50p, something that you can easily sort of work the change out at. I'd be like, 75p.
Well, yeah. I picked up a whole load of them, and then he started trying to work it out, and then he was like, I had about probably 15 figures at the time, and he just went, let's just call it £6. I was like, all right.
Excellent. They obviously had loads of 5 pences to want to get rid of.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. It must have been. But I mean, I've got them even cheaper than that because, yeah.
Did you do the Jeff Stolo's stare?
I didn't even need to try that down there. They just were pretty much giving me all the bargains. So it was good.
I like the Jeff Solo stare.
It works. I'm telling you.
Just stare them out. Don't even look at them. Just look.
No, you can't stare them out, Rabbit. This is where you went wrong the last time. You don't stare at them. Stare into the distance.
I wondered why it wasn't working completely. There was just awkward silence.
You're just freaking them out, staring at them like, oh Jesus.
As well, I mean, I don't know about yourselves, but whenever you sort of stare at a rabbit, I mean, like, they're always twitching as well, which, I mean, I always find that a bit distracting, so you probably felt a bit uncomfortable about that, you know what I mean?
I mean, I've got the nose twitches going.
You'd have been looking at him, and he's like, the nose will have been going, and like the whiskers will have been going, and the odd little chew. And you'd be like, what's he chewing? Like, I haven't seen him eating anything for 10 minutes. I don't know what that. Did you find you do that, Robert? I mean, like.
Yeah. It was when I'm like asking people for prices, just sort of like
just start randomly chewing nothing, because I mean, that's one thing I find very hard when I'm communicating with rabbits. Like, I think, I haven't fed you for 3 days, so I don't know what you're eating.
Yeah, so it went a bit wrong, I must admit.
Yeah, honestly, just look away. Look into the distance. Away.
Right, I'll remember that. I will say those instructions out loud.
No, don't do that either. What am I supposed to do again? That's right. Look away into the distance.
How much do you want for this? £1. Right. Look away. Wait 10 seconds.
Well, there's no time limit. You just wait until they come back to you.
If nothing's happened, repeat for another 10 seconds.
Then get led out the car boot by the security guards.
Yeah, well, I'll try that. Not staring them out.
But the car, yeah, don't do that. But the car boot I was at this time, I think Conspiracy Boys had this before, where there's a hooter that goes off, and
Yeah.
everyone could just pile in. Have you guys ever had that?
A hooter.
Yeah, they sound. You all get there, and you have to queue outside, and then they set off they set off a hooter, like, "Arr!" and then you all walk in.
Like a race.
Yeah, it's basically it's like that. It's crazy. I've never had that before. Really weird.
No. No. To
No,
be
I think
fair,
that's a stupid idea.
Well, I wasn't keen on it either. I was desperate to get in. They wouldn't let us in until the hooter had gone off, and then we all could pile in. It's like
wow.
a shit Grand National.
I think it's I guess it's supposed to like build up the tension, isn't it? So you kind of like you go in and just be like, oh, look, there's a settee. You know,
Yeah.
how much do you want for the settee? Oh, 50 quid. Oh, right, oh.
Oh my God.
You know,
Think of the sellers. Think of the sellers. They're sitting there waiting. It's like flipping Le Somme or something. They're like, and off they come.
But the worst thing is they can't. They on the first hooter. It's like gladiators. On my first whistle, they
Contender.
will get their shit out. Like they get their stuff out. They're not allowed to get their stuff out until the first hooter's gone off, and then the second hooter is when everyone comes into the car boot.
Now it sounds like that car boot's like Funhouse or something.
Yeah.
You know? It's just
sellers, you will go on my first whistle. Buyers,
Exactly what it is.
buyers, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Honestly, that is exactly how it happened, and Ollie will back me up because he's had the similar experience.
Sounds very organised.
yeah.
Oh, it's this proper military standard organisation. Really,
Wow.
it's really good.
I might have to go on tomorrow. Like, must admit, this has definitely got me mighty tempted to get me finger out. Like, so.
Oh, you've definitely got. I've run out of money because obviously I went on Wednesday there, but oh.
But I've been to the big one. I think I've been one time this season, and I usually try and, if I can, get 1 or 2 times in the season.
Bye.
I'm currently off at the moment, so I might have to have a word with the lovely Debbie and see if I can sort of twist her arm and that, like, and
Well, does she go with you then?
tack her and the 2 bands, man.
You might have to, yeah.
It's a family event for us. It's just like walking around eating egg sandwiches and stuff, and like picnic and that in the middle of a car boot. Like, oh wait, can I walk down here, mate? There's a picnic going on.
But in England, I think the car boots are a lot friendlier than they are up here. Because I mean, it's like a big community gathering where we were. It was brilliant. But up in Scotland, I go to a big one at an airfield, and it's just not the same crack. And there's too many pickers. There's too many, like traders, and they just snuffle all the good stuff, and they price you out of it early doors, and you end up getting nothing. It's always the wee car boots that are the best ones up here for sure.
I mean, the one I go to is pretty big, and like it's on a cliff edge, which that makes it pretty interesting.
What, the boots open out onto the cliff edge?
You're just gonna like Tom Cruise and that kind of. It's just like it's basically like it's on a cliff. This like who puts a car boat on a cliff? You know what I mean? But anyway, so that's where it is. So that's where I gone, and like I say, massive, hundreds of cars and stuff. And you get like your proper gypsies and stuff. You get your proper like just people going around just trying to grab out that can get that money on and stuff, and just means you've got to dig through more cuddly toys because Rabbit will know. You know what I mean? You've got to dig through 100 cuddly toys to find one bad egg bunch.
Well, for me, like I was there when I was at the car boot. I saw a lot of Pokemon plushies, but I wasn't sure if it was worth it. I don't like Pokemon, but I know that Pod does, and it was one of the kind of the wee blue jobs. But I passed up on it when I went around the first time. And then me and the missus went round. I went round rapid first time round. Then me and the missus kind of dawdled round. She was looking at clothes and all sorts of shit. But
Yeah, irons and
fucking crap no one cares about. Like tops and dresses, and I bought her some jewellery, which is probably I got bumped on, but never mind. Yeah, and I went round again. It had gone, but I mean, I don't know if they're even worth picking up, like the plushies. I think it's only like werebears and stuff that are.
it depends what I mean. The thing is, you can spend all your money and all your time looking for other people, for stuff for other people, and you can guarantee when you go, there'll always be stuff there. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like the last time I went, I was much more focused on just kind of what I wanted and stuff. You know, and kind of like when I'm going on the charity shops now, I tend to kind of like really kind of, if it's overly priced or if I'm not really bothered, I'll just leave it, just because it's like, well, I just think I'd rather get stuff that I really want as opposed to just everything, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I say, if I get to go tomorrow, which would be great. I think last time I spent about 40 quid and I came home with an absolute shed load of gear. So, if you can spend that kind of money and get a decent amount of stuff, then happy days. If you spend a tenner and you get off something that you really want, then even better. So,
yeah.
But like I say, hopefully I can get there tomorrow.
Because sometimes when you go, you don't actually pick up anything. I mean, you could be there for hours and find nothing. So, the luck of the booty.
I mean, I've had where I've gone to ones before, and like you get that kind of the car boot jitters, where you've been there a while and you're thinking, I haven't found out.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
You're thinking, hold on, like this is going to be the one where I literally walk away with nothing, and like it almost spurs you just to get something, like to kind of to what's the expression? Break the the I'm trying to say duck, but it's not duck.
Break the duck.
Nobody wants to break it. Nobody wants to break a duck. Mortally wound the duck. You can understand. But, you don't want to break it, do you?
No.
But you know what I mean? Like that kind of like
break the ice type thing.
Kind of thing. There's a word, but it's in there. It's round the back. It's fell into the kind of the cavity. But like I say, I had that last time I went to the big one, and there was a couple of things I was like going in. And I was like McDonald's toys for like £2 and stuff. And I was like, who's these guys? You know what I mean?
That's mad.
McDonald's toys for £2 and like a tray of something. And I was like, how much do you want a quid? So they going, I said £2 type of thing. I was just like,
no.
bad vibes here. Like in the end, I came away with like I say a decent amount, so quite a bit.
Nice one.
But I mean, he's me saying, I fancy that, and I'll speak to the lovely Debbie and say, shall we go to car boot today? And she'll say, no.
She's like, no chance. It's anything like my missus, no chance.
She's like, no, we're going to see my parents. Oh well.
That's a lovely substitute. That's what I would have picked.
I just fantasize about all of the sort of stuff that I could have possibly found, whilst your mum tells us about the 2 years she worked at Argos 10 years ago.
She's looking at you with eyes of destruction.
Yes. Did I tell you I used to work in Argos? Yep.
I wish you still did. You get some decent deals.
Oh, that's it. When she used to work there, man, I used to be like, it's a new catalogue out. How many do you want? 6. And she'd be like, carrying dozens of. I got them 6 catalogs for you. Oh, cheers. I'll just take one, thanks. I thought you wanted 6.
Bless her. What a shame.
I thought you wanted 6. Oh, did I say 6? Sorry, I meant 1.
Oh man.
Bless. So there you go. That's the most interesting Argos story I've got right now.
I think Rabbit just buggered off in the end.
Yeah, no, I think he's like Odd Pod, you know what I mean? Just like doesn't say
Yeah.
bye, just
That's fine. He's not a big loss, to be honest.
you know, I mean, hopefully he'll have brought some of his subscribers over and they can do what they need to do.
Tap up our diminishing numbers.
There's more to life than subscribers.
Yeah, I know.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate every single one I've got, and this is not me.
You're gonna fall.
I'm currently committing subscriber suicide.
The Berlin Wall is falling.
But no, like I said, it's subscribers are great, and I do appreciate every single one I've got. But I think if you're only doing it for that, you're missing the mark a bit, you know. I think you kind of you should be producing and doing what you enjoy and like to do.
Yeah, I agree with that, definitely. I mean, I love everybody that subscribes to my channel. They're awesome, but, you know, even if I had 1 subscriber, I'd still be churning out the same bollocks, you know what I mean?
Well, that's it. Yeah, that's it. It's just, you do it for your own sort of stuff, and I mean, don't get us wrong. I mean, the interaction to me, that was something that I kind of never expected. You know, it was kind of, I'd been doing this for a while before I kind of really appreciated that aspect of it, if you know what I mean. Kind of like the community and kind of talking to people and that. So.
Because you're part of the Transformers YouTube community as well, aren't you?
As are you.
I am. Yes, I am. I don't contribute as much as I should really, but
no, at all.
if ever.
I think the first community that really kind of hooked me in was the Star Wars guys. Transformers guys was who I started watching.
Yeah.
And I kind of was like, oh, hey, Transformers guys, hi, and they were just like,
all right.
and I was like, all right, thanks. So I kind of just figured, I'll just do my own thing over here for a bit then, and then I started doing like the Star Wars stuff, and everyone's like, hey, Star Wars stuff, hey, how you doing and all that, and I was like, wow.
These guys are well better.
Hi. And then kind of I got to know a few of the Transformers guys, and they were like, oh no, it's not like that. Transformers guys are cool, and they are. Like you said, I think I guess I just kind of wasn't in the right time at the time, I guess. But all the communities are great. Like there's something out there for everybody. If you like pops, God knows why you would, but if you like them, there's people out there for you. If you like, I don't know, kind of Gundams, if you like Britney Spears or whatever, there's just, you know, there's always other people who like what you like, who you have something in common with, who you can spend an hour or two cracking on with. So
yeah, that's what's good about it. That's what's good about the whole thing, to be honest.
But I mean, that's how you got your start. Basically, you got threatened, didn't you?
Yeah. It was all Ollie, so.
Hi. Isn't that right, Jeff? Yes. would you care to elaborate?
The microphone stopped working a little bit. I didn't hear what he said. Oh dear. Yes, that's correct.
Did you work at Argos at all? Or?
Oh dear. Oh.
So apparently, how's Bert and Ernie been recently?
Who's asking that?
That's from your mate, Mr. Git.
Oh, carbon collectors.
Instantaneous Git orgasm inducer.
They've been alright actually. Not too bad. One of them's an arsehole, really. He looks like the Shermanator from American Pie. He really does look like him.
Wow.
He's not so hot, but the other guy's pretty cool. I like him. Yeah, he's good. He's always he's a bit of a trader as well. So he sells me a lot of carded figures. So I've got a lot of Indiana Jones and stuff off him. So he's all right, but there's still a turf war going on. it's just ridiculous. But yeah, they're not bad. Not bad. I think Cardboard Collector's arch nemesis is the Bald Bastard. I think that's what his code name is. So yeah, how's he getting on, Cardboard Collectors? Is he still bald and being a bastard? Or?
I used to go to flea markets sort of many a decade ago, and I got to know this father-son combination, and they were always good for stuff because you kind of go along and crack on for a bit, not for like 5 hours or but you just pop along and see them and stuff, and it got to the point where like you would sort of like could ring them up and just sort of say, oh, what stuff you got type of things, and I look back at some of the stuff that they had at the time. I was like, yeah, about, and I think, oh my god, like I could have got 10 times what I got for the price I got it back then, you know. But who knew, right? You know,
Yeah,
like,
exactly. You never know, eh?
I remember getting Flash Gordon's sword ship, and like they wanted 50 pence for it.
No way.
And guess what's got two thumbs and is an absolute mug? This guy right here. 50 pence, and I was like, nah, I'll get it next week.
I'll get it next week.
Idiot. I've never seen one since.
Oh, jeez, man.
50 pence.
You see them on eBay and stuff, but they're pricey as like.
Oh, 50 pence? 50 pence?
50 pence. You mug.
You cannot buy a 10 pence mix up for 50 pence now.
No, that's true enough, actually.
I was like, literally all sorts of stuff. There was one time I went and they had a vintage Star Wars. The entire store was vintage Star Wars. And if I turned around to them and said, 100 quid for the lot, they'd have took my hand off for it. And I pounced about and 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 all the rest of it. And I was like, I'll not bother. And they had the AT-AT, they had the ATST, they had hundreds of the figures. And
They had the last 17 figures.
No, they'll have had a couple at least. Like that, absolutely tons of it. And like the time, I was just like, yeah. I mean, obviously, I was like, 22, 23 year old, so just fucking idiot, you know. I just like I say, I literally look back and just think, what were you doing? Like, there's me. Like, I was like, I want this wrestler, like.
I want this Hulk Hogan, please.
Yeah, exactly. Can I have this Hulk Hogan and leave the entire Star Wars collection alone, thanks?
Oh man!
But like I say, honestly, man, some of the stuff like I've passed by and missed out on just because I was, instead of just thinking like, hold on, this is the bargain of the set. But at the time, it doesn't feel like a bargain. At the time, you're thinking like, 100 quid, that's ridiculous money and stuff.
Yeah, but now you can look back and regret, but back then you did the right thing. You know what I mean?
No, I didn't.
No, I didn't. What are you on about?
Quite clearly, I did not do the right thing. Hence why I'm crying right now.
Oh, But the way the way it was, like however many years ago, Star Wars probably wasn't as crazy as it is now.
It was, but like you say, it was that thing of like, I think back then I kind of had the impression that I would see it all again because it was so like free flowing and just like
Yeah.
matter of fact, if you know what I mean. So I was just like, ah, yeah, I was so nonchalant about a lot of stuff of just like, ah, yeah, you know, I've seen that now. I'll get it again, type of thing, and like, oh, it's only 50 pence now, so it'll only be 50 pence then, type of thing, and like I say, uh, I walked away from a lot of stuff that I would literally punch myself in the face for doing if I got the chance. But like I said, that was the scene back then. I mean, I got most of me He-Man collection probably cost us, I would have thought, about 30 or 40 quid for what I got.
Yeah.
Because it was just like, you were talking 20 pence a figure and stuff. Like the Hasbro wrestlers, again, 50 pence, the most I would probably pay for them. Ninja Turtle figures, again, 50 pence was like, that was like the top price. You were paying 10, 20, 30 pence a figure.
Jeez,
And I was
man.
just picking up everything I could get my hands on at the time.
But have you got a full collection of the wrestlers now?
Nah. The green carded ones, which is essentially the Hasbro version of the last 17, they sell for absolutely ridiculous money.
Have you got any of those?
Might have one. There's about 10, so I'll
But
get them when I get them.
apart from those, have you got the rest?
Yeah, I've got pretty much most of them now. Like I say, it was the later ones where they did like Mr. Perfect with his different colour stuff on, Shawn Michaels with his different colour stuff on, Razor and then there was like the 1, 2, 3 Kid, Ludwig Borger, that kind of Adam Bomb, them type of ones. I haven't got them.
Oh, okay.
I'll get them. They'll turn up somewhere.
Are you gonna do a video of your Star Wars Last 17 figures at some point? The ones you have?
I could do. Kind of like I say, I'm currently in a flux at the moment. I'm trying to categorize, catalog, and kind of actually put a number on how many figures I've actually got. It's got to be somewhere in the region of sort of tens of thousands, I would have thought. So,
Jesus.
well, every time I kind of think of how many I've got, and then I kind of think, well, hold on, if I've got, say, I don't know, 60 Action Force, and I've got 100 G.I. Joes, if I've got, I don't know, what, 40 or 50 Thundercats, hundreds of Ninja Turtle stuff, it just, when you start to kind of add it up as each collection, you start to think, well, there's, 10,000 figures without even starting to count.
Yeah. Jeez, man. I wish I could fit all those in my shed.
Well, once you get Storage Wars locked up, man, you'll be well away.
Oh, no, I can't wait for that.
I've got a
I
box of
won't be
Jurassic
selling
Park
anything
stuff there,
then.
so. But I think I probably might want to knock this on the head. I think really because got 4 viewers, like, so that's always nice.
Yeah, thanks for
Thanks.
viewing.
Thanks for sticking by, guys. So I'm just reading the comments now.
At the end. Oh, like I said it 3 hours ago.
All right, yeah, but can you call 999? I seem to have swallowed a piece of lint.
Who said that?
I just made that up.
I'm trolling through the comments trying to find
Yeah, just somebody's died whilst watching that. That one viewer is actually dead. They've choked on lint.
We only have 3. Oh,
I started that recently with only 2 totes of figures gone blind with trying to remember what goes with what. Wished I'd done it sooner. Well, that's the thing. I mean, I had a good handful of toys from when I was a kid left over. Me Wampa, I remember burying that in the street. For whatever reason, there's about 10 trees in the street, just randomly, like in the road. And as a kid, I remember burying me Wampa in like the soil. And about 5 years later, as a teenager type of thing, I was like, oh well, I wouldn't mind getting my Star Wars figures back. And I went out and dug them back up from the front street, and he was still there. So my Wampa, who's in my collection, like basically is the one that I've buried, like in the front street that I managed to rescue and dig back up. Like about
How long was he buried there for?
It must have been a good 5, if not 10 years.
Oh, Jesus. He was still there.
Still, well, who else was going to go and digging up a random tree in the middle of someone's street?
That's a valid point.
So, it's not as if like I left a treasure map lying around. You know?
A rogue dog could have dug it out, and then it'd been on the street, and then.
We don't get dogs round here. Like I say, it was just it was deeper than I remembered as well. Because at first I kind of almost give up because I was thinking like, oh, I'm gonna look like an idiot, like dig. People go like, "What are we digging?"
I just love digging.
I just fancied a bit of a dig. I mean, it's not like as if it's like actually grass or anything. It's just a random like tree with a bit of like brick round it with a bit of soil in it type of thing. So, I was like digging away and stuff, and finally found me Wampa. So I was pretty mad.
That was good, like. Superb.
So there you go. Happy days. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for I've got 6 viewers now.
You're joking.
6 viewers. Who's turned up now? It's last kick of the match, man. What you doing?
Get away soon.
I was gonna go.
Who's that? Oh, he wants to know how you store your collection.
How I store my collection is I worked in a shop called Glyn Webb many years ago, and it was pretty cool because it's one of the only times where I've actually got a job started where the shop was brand new, just opened. So it was like, oh, I've got to do the whole open day, blah blah blah, new people coming in, right through to it actually shutting down. So it was almost like a little like what's them biospheres things where like you kind of do experiments for a year kind of thing. It was like we're a shop. And when it closed down, we used to sell these storage boxes, and I just literally stole all of the ones that they had left in the shop, and that's kind of pretty much where I store my collection in, is lots and lots of random stolen storage boxes. Or should I say, liberated storage boxes. Please don't tell the police. I would like to. Oh yeah, they're in the loft. They're not in direct sunlight. I do have a Metroplex currently in direct sunlight, which is probably not doing them any favors. Like, but I suppose a slightly sun-tanned Metroplex is not the worst thing in the world.
You're going proper yellow.
Ah, he's fine. He's still kind of greyishly white.
Just chilling.
I was so chuffed to get Metroplex though, because that was one of the ones I had as a kid, and I'm like you. That was kind of for me, kind of getting back into the toys thing, which I didn't really kind of get out of, but to kind of the incentive to get certain toys was to replace the ones that I'd obviously burnt as a child.
Melted face.
Melted face, man. I'll get him again and rejuvenate him. That was kind of the initial thing, was to A, get toys that I had as a kid, and B, to get toys that I always wanted but never got as a kid.
Yeah.
And Metroplex was one that I had, and hadn't seen for a good couple of decades. And luckily, I have a good friend called Dave Shorten, who you might know on YouTube as Dave's Transformers Junkie.
He's a legend.
Who was Timon, what a guy. What a guy.
Cool dude, like.
Timon, like, I'll be gutted when he moves, because literally from my house to his house I can be there in about 40 minutes. Just
Oh, really?
knocking on his door, Nerdtastic Taylor style. I'm outside your house.
Hang out in this kitchen.
Just I'll go and talk to your mum. And he had a Metroplex complete that he sold us for a very good price. So thank you, Dave. And he's pretty much just been pride of place in the sitting room ever since. In fact, I'm just looking at him now. So that was nice when you get one of those things that just takes you back, like you say, kind of a little time capsule. Yes, Metroplex is awesome, definitely. You must have a pretty decent collection in this. What do you collect the most of?
Oh. You can not into the G1, can you?
I must be J1 because they're similar, aren't they?
I still want Cyclonus and Scourge really badly. They were the ones I wanted as a kid as well, so I'm gonna have to buy them.
There was a mate I used to kick about with. It was the guy who I accidentally lodged a tap into his head. He was he was like the kid who was the Transformers guy, and he had like loads of Transformers figures when we were kids, and he had Scourge, and that's.
I love him. But you always find him. I found him at a car boot, but he never had his head. You know, there's always the head or the bit on the top of the head that's missing. You know, I want a proper pristine one. You know.
I mean, I don't know if they've done a commemorative one, but that might be worth a look.
Yeah.
Maybe speak to Action Jackman. He's quite knowledgeable with Transformers.
Yeah, he's quite good. He knows all the knockoff ones as well.
He knows everything, man.
He does. He's like a toy guru.
He's just, I don't know, like, I've forgotten more than type of thing. But we're getting some questions through now. Look at this, man. Right. Hello.
Oh, for God's sake! Right. Lucky I went for a piss there.
I know. I'm choking for a drink.
Me too. I need to get another beer. I've had 10 already.
Right. Let's have a look. I've had half a bottle of rum here. Right. What? Right. Tell you what we'll do, guys. If you're happy to just chill out a minute, right? We'll read this question out, and then if you give us literally like 30 seconds, Jeff will go and get himself a beer, and when he comes back, he'll answer it, and then when I come back, he'll tell us what he said. Right, so basically, what is your realistic holy grail, Jeff?
My realistic holy grail.
Right, have a think about that while you go and get your beer, and I'll answer mine.
Right, okay, good idea.
Right, well, my realistic holy grail is from flipping Power Rangers stuff before Power Rangers. It's Super Sentai, and it's the Die Jupiter, and it's this kind of carrier thing. Basically, it looks like a sort of giant wedge of cheese on wheels, and it has like 2 opening flaps, 3 if you count the top one. That basically a Megazord type of thing goes inside. And as a kid, my mate had it, and we didn't even know what the hell it was, but we used to play with it with other toys and just tie them in there and stuff. And there's currently one on eBay for about £100 in Europe from Europe, one of the European countries. God knows which one. They're all the same. And well, they all use the euro, so they're technically all the same, aren't they? You know what I mean? So if it was like, oh, it's in drachma, oh my god, or whatever the French used to use,
Franks, mate.
francs. That's right. Which one used to use potatoes?
Ireland.
No, man. Was it not some?
Bulgaria.
Aye, Bulgaria. Anyway, so like I say, it's some European Euro thing. So, and it's like basically works at like 100 quid for this thing. So it's do I want to hire £100 at the Holy Grail or not? What's your?
Action Jackman would be like, yes, you do.
Alright, well, he'd be just like, that's chump change. I mean, that's like Holy Grail for £100. You heathen. What is your Holy Grail, Mara?
Well, there's a few, but I'm pretty jealous of your what's going on there away. Probably the Cat's Lair, the Thundercats kind of base thing. I know Paul's got one. I'm proper jealous about that. Like, it's just beastie, like proper beastie. And any of the last 17 figures, to be honest. Like I think I've got 2 of them. So I'd like to find some more of those. But obviously, I'd love to find a blue Snaggletooth, but that's going to be pretty tough to find in the wild, I think. I've never seen one in the flesh, so yeah, probably one of those. Probably one of those. Ultimate professionalism, Lancelot. Always, mate, always. I'm fairly tucking into my beers now. I've had 7 beers. It's not too bad. This could turn into a whole new show if I carry on drinking these beers. Last 17 Death Star Gunner for £3. Yeah, that's not a bad price. Are you selling one, Lancelot? What? Still on, fuckers? Yeah, we're still on. We tried to leave and then we ended up getting 4. We had 4 viewers. We ended up having like 7. Well, you're the 7th now, so we just carried on. Hey, back in the day. Oh, that's yeah. Chat amongst yourselves, lads. Chat amongst yourselves. There was a blue Snaggletooth on eBay that went for less than a tenner last week, including postage. Bullshit. Back in the day, Toys is saying there was a blue Snaggletooth on eBay that went for less than £10. I think he's telling Porky Pies like.
Well, more fool him for not bidding it then.
Exactly. Exactly.
You must have about 10 of them now, have you, mate?
Aye.
Not you, flipping car boot get last 17 collector there.
No, I know I'm going aye. You must do. Not I, me.
If you ever want to sort of sell or trade any of those last 17 figures, obviously your swaps. You know, I mean, I wouldn't want to begrudge you over the stuff you need or I would like. But, there's a couple I'm still after, like, so.
If I get double, Jeff, you can be first in the line. Oh, thanks, mate. That's good of you.
That's nice, you like.
Get up, you Paul. We know who Lancelot's favourite is. You know why he's tuning in.
Alright. Good luck to you, Jeff. Tell you, if you cannot wish your mates good luck, then what's the point in having mates?
Exactly, mate. Exactly.
On a second note, Jeff's not my friend. So,
so fuck him and send me the figures.
To me, end of the day, like, toys are great, and it's kind of what's pretty much brings us all here, and we all love them. But at the end of the day, the toys, and to me, the best part about it is it's the crack. You know, it's meeting these other random people who are into the same sort of weird stuff that you're into, and if you can find somebody who you've got a similar sort of sense of humour to, and you can have a daft laugh, you know, you're winning really. Because at the end of the day, I mean, all my mates who I used to play with toys with, I speak to the odd one and stuff. But I mean, they just look at me and think I'm flipping crazy, you know. Which
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I don't care, because I think, well, at the end of the day, you know, you shouldn't have to justify what you do to anybody. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, if you're earning money and then you keep the roof over your head and you can buy toys, you're living the dream in my eyes, like. But
Exactly. Well, my best mate, he's fucking brand new with it. Like, he'll
mm,
if we're out and about, he'll be like, "Oh, Jeff, there's toys in there. There's toys in there." Like, dead serious, not messing about. I'm like, because he doesn't understand it, but because I like it, he's like, "Oh, Jeff, look, there's toys." I'm like, I'm
yeah,
the toy man now, so anything there's toys, he's
yeah.
he's like putting me up and fucking
I've been in Toys R Us. There's
yeah,
toys in there.
there's toys in there. There's all that kind of shit, you know. You're like, "Oh, thanks, pal."
I remember many years ago, there was a guy who I used to go to college with, and I mean, he was probably about 40 at the time, and he took me under his wing with the toy stuff, you know, and like he was kind of one of the first people who introduced us to like the bargain bins and stuff. Because I mean, back then I was like, as soon as it was coming out, I was like buying it, and he's like, oh no, just wait, don't worry, just wait, you know, it all turns up and all the rest of it. And over the years, you know, like some of the stuff he used to say is right. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you might not get everything turned up dirt cheap, but a lot of stuff does turn up dirt cheap. You just gotta wait. You know, look at all these Transformers that turned up. You know, these generations,
Yeah.
the Voyagers. I mean, you know, people were paying over 30 quid a pop for them less than a year ago, and I mean they were like, what, 12 quid in B&M and stuff. So
Yeah, I bought a whole heap of them. Like,
you know, if you're not too, I mean, don't get us wrong, if you're really picky and if you really know what you want, then pay the premium, pay the thing. But if you're just happy just to have something for cheap, just wait.
die. It's good because I mean, 9 times out of 10, everything ends up in B&M or Home Bargains.
Well, that's it, or the pound shop. And it's like,
Or the pound shop, aye.
you know, to me, I'd rather buy the full wave of something for like 6 quid and get all six figures in that wave
Yeah,
of something fairly random that I'm not necessarily interested in, but you discover new stuff by doing that. You know what I mean? Like something that you probably wouldn't have even looked at. If you can get it for cheap, you'll pick it up and try it, and you're exposing yourself to another element of a toy or a toy line that you probably wouldn't have even given the light of day to and stuff. So there's that element to it as well.
and you'll end up buying other bits from that line if you like it. If you buy a few in the bargain bin, like, well, these are actually pretty
Oh,
cool. You
I,
know,
I, it often costs you more in the long run, like you say, because you'll find, say, 2 or 3 of these things, you'll pick them up, go, oh, well, 2 quid a pop, you pick them up, you buy them, and you go, oh, these are really nice, these. I had no idea, I thought these would
yeah,
be crap. You enjoy them and stuff, and then you start fishing around and finding the other stuff, and you end up spending 50 quid on something,
yeah,
on
I
something
know.
you wouldn't have even looked at and stuff. But to me, that's kind of part of what I enjoy about it. You know, kind of like I couldn't just be a Ghostbusters guy. I couldn't just be a Turtles guy. To me, I get bored. Don't get us wrong. I absolutely love all of those lines, but they've got an expiry date. You know, I mean, they only ran for a year or 2 or 3 years. So, you know, once you've got them all, where do you go from there? Then, to me, I'm always looking for just, you know, the next thing that will entertain us and stuff, and you
Aye.
can always go back to these lines. You know, once you've got them, and if you're fortunate enough to have the room to store them, you can always go back to them, and you can always revisit them and stuff. And when I open my Ghostbusters box, I still feel the same now as what I did when I was 6, because it's Ghostbusters. It's like, wow, Ghostbusters. So you know, that's kind of, to me, that's priceless.
Aye, definitely, definitely. I mean, it's like that when I get my Star Wars figures out. I don't get them out very often because they're all proper in storage. When I get them all out, it's just brilliant. Like, it's just brings back so many memories, and And it's always the crap characters that you used to have first, and they're always the ones that I like the most.
Oh,
None of your Han Solos are that. It's the Ewok that nobody knows the name of, and it's the fucking rubbish droid and all this stuff. It's brilliant, like.
that was the best Star Wars games in the world for me. Was like, I mean, I had Bespin Han. He was the best Han Solo.
Oh,
With Skiff Lando, because to me the fact that he just had like the helmet and stuff was the coolest thing in the world. And then just any random mutant or droid and stuff, and
yeah.
that was it. You were set for the day, because it was just like you say, you got these guys who literally you knew their name, if that. I mean, I used to call Walrus Man Bumface. I mean, that was his accepted name. Like, and it wasn't just me who called him it. Like, everybody who I knew, like, I didn't even know he wasn't called anything other than Bumface. Because that's what everybody called him. It was like, oh, Bumface, and he was like, oh yeah, like Bumface is the best. He's like, he's going off on his missions in space. Captain Bumface.
Captain Bumface. Well, it was it. I had is it Nub, the boy
Nine
yeah,
yeah.
him, and Reese.
Reese. Yep.
Those two. Those are the first two, and the Ewok. The first three I had, and honestly, I
That's
only had those three. So all
what
the
a team.
adventures were around these three. These three bit part guys in Star Wars.
Wow, that's a pretty cool team, though.
It is a good team.
So you've got the three eye, you've got the tricloptic guy. You've got the good, Mr. Good flipping beef curtain mouth.
Yeah, and a wee Ewok.
and an Ewok.
None of them could speak English, so I mean, it was not great. And none of them could speak each other's languages, so I don't know how they managed to get on. Like, I had a snow speeder as well, and they used to all fly about in the snow speeder.
Yes, you put the Ewok in the footwell.
But I have to. Reese was always the number one pilot because he could get good vision.
One eye on each rear view mirror and one eye looking forward.
That's right. One eye on that pesky Ewok.
He was pretty hedged, that guy, though. You know what I mean? He wouldn't like a flip off his, get massive mockle, get sausage fingers. You know what I mean? He was.
Yeah, he's still one of my favorite figures. I think he's great. Like, detail wise.
4 ears and 3 eyes. What's not like?
Exactly. It's fantastic. Are you lads into? Oh, sorry, Paul. What are you saying?
I was just going to say we've got more questions, but you carried.
Start reading them. Are you lads into modern figures on the shelves like Marvel Legends and the more modern Transformers? Aye, some of them. More of the vintage stuff for myself. What about you, Paul?
Yes, I mean I've always loved keeping up with the current trends in terms of just what's out there. Like I say, kind of basically, if it's dirt cheap and it's modern, I'll buy it. I do quite like the Combiner Wars. I've sort of spent a fair amount of money on those sort of recent times. Some of the quality of them isn't great, but then again, a lot of modern figures. Here's a little story for you, just to go off on a tangent. I was when I picked up that Hot Wheels car thing from Sainsbury's, I was wrangling the kids around like you do, and they had one of the sort of Velociraptor hand puppet things where you put your hand in and basically it's a Velociraptor's head. And the bands were like, "Oh, that looks pretty cool. Can we play with it?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, it's already kind of half removed from its package, so just pick it out. You can play with it while we're walking around the shop, keep yourselves entertained." And it's the paint on its teeth was already missing, kind of thing. It was already kind of coming off, and it was so thin that literally it's just gonna perish within about a year if you're buying it, if you're lucky. And I was thinking, kind of how toys are going, and if you're looking to invest in toys, buy what's out now. Keep it pristine, because that's what's going to be worth the money in the future. Because the toys that are being made now are so poorly made that they will all be destroyed. Toys from the 80s and 90s will still be around because you can't kill them, you can't break them.
They're solid.
So buy toys that are out now, keep them in a package, keep them pristine, and those will be the things that are worth a fortune because they're being produced in lower numbers and they are literally just dropping to bits before you've even got them out of the shop.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Because I mean, you still see 80s toys at car boots, and they might have a little bit of paint wear, but I mean, most 9 times out of 10, their limbs are solid. You know, they're in pretty damn good nick for being 30 odd years old. You know.
Oh,
So,
the stuff now, literally, kids are getting it, they're breaking it, it's going in the bin. So the modern stuff now, and as well, toys are dying. Toys are out the window. I mean, the window of opportunity for kids to play with toys is narrowing by the second.
yeah,
So
they're,
going
they're more
forward,
into computer games now, and it's just
exactly. Toys are an afterthought now. They'll still produce them just because they've obviously made money for years and years and years. So there'll always be a market for it, but it's a very dying market. So at the end of the day, appreciate it whilst it's here because it's not going to last much longer and it's going to keep being a premium thing. So you might think 23 quid for Marvel Legends expensive now. Going forward, if you're paying £75 for a Marvel Legend figure, which it's going to happen because there's less people going to buy Marvel Legend figures. So
yeah.
basically
I hope
get
they
it
do.
get it whilst it's hot.
Yeah, well, I hope they do. I've bought the whole bloody Spider-Man line, so I hope they go for 75 quid in a couple of years each.
Well, exactly. But our friend here, Ornithosis, as he's picked them up €5 each today.
Nice one. That's about the
So,
same price as I paid, roughly, about $5 each. Yeah, I picked up doubles as well, so I can open a few of them. But I think I'm going to keep the whole set in box and just kind of store them away. I might bury them in the garden.
preferably in the front street.
No, but I'm going to keep them in the boxes. I think just going to see how they go.
Yeah.
I agree totally what you're saying. I think that is a definite. I think toys aren't built as good as they used to be, and I think they will be worth big money in the future.
Well, look at the last 17. I mean, the money in any toy line is the first toys to make and the last toys to make.
Exactly.
With any toy line, that is where the money is now, and that's only if you're bothered about the money aspect. I mean, for me, the only aspect I have with the money aspect is the cost that it costs me to get them. If you know what I mean, 'cause I'm not buying it to make a profit necessarily, but at the same time, you only live for 3 strikes in 10 or whatever it is. So at the end of the day, do my kids want to be selling my stuff on eBay? God knows. So at the end of the day, when do I cash in? When do I take this stockpile and turn it into collateral? So that's what you got to kind of look at as well. But
Yeah, that's true. Do you think the divide between toy and collectible will get bigger as the demand for toys becomes less and collectors want the investments grows?
yeah, probably. I mean,
Yeah.
the thing is, toy collecting is an individual thing, and you've got some people who buy things to keep mock for the simple thing of buying it for £10 a day to sell it for £20 in 2 years' time. You get some people who buy it because they want the toy itself, like whether it be a collector or a child. You get other people who buy it and don't think about it or whatever. So I think it's an individual thing. I mean, you get some people who are greedy, who buy. I remember 2 or 3 years ago, the red pools started turning up in home bargains for £4.99 each, and people were buying them and selling them for stupid money, just to make money of toys.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. I mean, end of the day, you do what's right for yourself. At the end of the day, I mean, you might see a toy that you might pay £20 for and think that's a bargain. Somebody else might look at that and think, I would only pay £1 for that. So, you do what's right for yourself. And end of the day, buy what you want, buy it at a price you're happy with. If you pay more for it, don't complain because you paid more for it. You know what I mean?
Aye.
And end of the day, if you can look out for your mates and stuff, great. You know what I mean? I'm all for that.
I think it's personal preference, really, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But I do think toys in general are dying. There'll always be people who collect them, and there'll always be people who will buy them, i.e., kids. But they will cater to that. You know, at the end of the day, if the market for the toys to produce is say 1 to 5, then toys that are produced will be marketed to them, and as a collector, you'll either have to buy into that and accept the limitations, i.e., these one-step changes or whatever gumph that comes with it, and or they will specialize in doing specific Marvel Legends that are subscriptions only type of thing. So you'll have to invest a greater amount of money for the toys that you want, but are prone to them just basically selling you whatever because you've signed up for a year type of thing. So
But I think it's good I mean, I'm not a big fan of the one-steppers, but I think it's a good thing because it is encouraging. They're trying to get more kids to buy these toys, and I think the one-steppers are good for a certain age group of kids because, I mean, they're pretty cool wee things. Like, I mean,
carry on, Jeff. Sorry.
No. After you, Paul. After you.
The one steppers are brilliant for the simple fact that I always remember Transformers being fairly basic. You know, I mean, you kind of pretty much just stood them up, pulled their arms out, pulled the legs out, and popped the head out. And getting back into them as an adult collector, you literally had to it was like a Rubik's cube. You know, I mean, it was like it was an investment. And yes, you do get a bit more out of it from that, but at the same time, the essence of a Transformer, the cartoon and stuff was it's Optimus Prime, it's a truck, and I kind of totally get the whole aesthetic of the one step thing of like you've got this thing that runs around as a robot and bang, it's a car. And
Yeah,
to
I
me,
never really thought about it like that. That's pretty true.
and to me, like with the one steppers, yes, you might only be able to move their arms and stuff, but could you do much more with the G1 toys? Like essentially they were just a brick with arms.
Yeah, it's very true.
And stuff. So to me, I can't understand why that doesn't appeal to older collectors because it's kind of tapping into that nostalgia thing as well. And to me, I like the one steppers because of that. Now, I don't know, like I say, it's each to their own and stuff, but to me, I like them for what they are. They're just a random little toy you can play with, and if you've got the imagination and can kind of just accept it for its limitations, you're gonna have fun. If you want something that looks great on a shelf and you can pose and make it stick its thumb up its backside, then it's probably not for you.
But going back to the quality of toys, have you seen any of the new Jurassic Park toys?
Yes.
They are nothing like the old school ones. The quality is just nowhere near as good.
Again, like you say, in years to come, the Jurassic World toys will be worth more than the originals for the simple fact that there's less of them. They'll have perished.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I saw a few in Asda, and the plastic's thinner. It's just the whole mechanisms on them. They're just not as good, not as good at all. And like you're saying, I think they are making toys, but they know it's a dying market, so maybe they're not spending as much on the materials to make them because they're just not as good at all.
Well, that's it. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, like, I mean, they justify their kind of cost cutting with, oh well, we have to reduce the quality, we have to minimize the articulation, we have to not apply the paint, and you know, at some point down the line, you're going to end up where you're going to buy an action figure, and it's going to be a model kit where you're going to have to glue it together yourself, you're going to have to paint it yourself, and you know, because at the end of the day, these companies are all about the bottom line, you know, and if you're happy to do that, they're not going to stop you. You know what I mean?
Well, exactly, yeah. But I reckon, I mean, there's a massive collector's market now, obviously for toys. Do you reckon there's more sort of adult collectors than kids buying these toys now?
No, I mean,
No, certain types.
well, I think the thing is, like, not like kids don't buy toys; kids get toys bought for them.
That's true.
And for me, like, obviously, I'm getting to see this the second time round now, and like, I remember being the age that my kids are now. I remember being like so like into something, and my kids will be watching the telly, and an advert will come on. And I remember the advert. I mean, I don't know about you, but I used to play like guess the adverts and stuff. So like, you'd sit there with your brother, and you would, the first person who guessed what the product was, like, and it would like every ad break, you would like get points and stuff. So say if you'd like guessed two adverts in the ad break, blah blah blah, at the end of the program, whoever guessed the most ads won, type of thing. I don't know if you've ever played that.
No, it sounds good though. I'm going to do that
Oh
tomorrow.
you never played that before, man. We should play guess the ads. That was the whole point. It was like, so you come on and be like, oh, it's Daz, and it was like, oh, it's this, and oh man, I can't believe it was card, but I was sure it was Daz, and stuff. And it was like, oh, but you said it was a Vauxhall Polo and it's a flipping Saab. But, you know, it was just like, oh, bro, no, it was a car advert, though. That doesn't count. You never played Guess the Ads?
I never played it, but I'll tell you what, tomorrow, me and the missus are sitting down and playing.
Guess the Ads was like it was like the family best game in the family in our house, man. It was like the programs itself.
Just willing the ads to start. Never
Yeah,
mind the fucking Mummy Returns.
Yeah, it's tampons. Oh, you're wrong. It's tampons light. Oh, damn it. Fast flow. But I like to say, so we had that kind of going on. I forget what the question was now, but so. So if you've never played Guess the Adverts, then you've never lived, as far as I'm concerned.
But so who made the new Jurassic Park figures? Was it Kenner? No, I'm getting in here. Kenner bought them.
Yeah,
made
Kenner.
Them very durable.
Kenner doesn't exist now.
No, I know that, but it's Hasbro then that makes them, is it?
That's a good question. I don't know. I've never looked into it. It's possibly like I mean, I know when they did the Hobbit figures, it was some entertainment ooby dooby company who did them. So I don't know who does the new Jurassic Park figures, which I shall look into that. Actually, I'm a bit annoyed that I don't actually know that.
Well, we've got another bloody viewer.
Yeah, we're up to 5 now. Skullgrin's back.
Skullgrin is in the building, grinning from ear to ear.
Well, like you're saying about the Black Series, I must admit, when that come out, I was just like, I don't know, like you went from the vintage collection, which tapped perfectly into the nostalgia market, where you got these kind of vintage style packaging with premium deluxe articulated figures.
Yeah.
To the Black Series, which was basically on a black background, no inlay on the bubble whatsoever. Like, to me, when people were going about, oh, it's premium, it's collectors and stuff, it looked, to me, I looked at it and I thought, it's as cheap as out. Like, they've literally took it back to like, what's the cheapest colour of card we can get? Black. Right, we'll have that. Right, we'll not stick any card inlays or any kind of thing on it. We'll keep it as basic as we can, and will whack the price up by £3, and I just thought like it looked rubbish. It looked absolutely terrible. I thought the best thing they could have done with the Black Series figures was to put them in a blind bag and charge you £10 for a Star Wars black figure blind bag. They would have sold more because obviously you were buying blind.
Yeah, that's true. Well, although I like the 6-inch ones, I think I like the packaging for the. I think the packaging works for the 6-inch figures, but I don't think it works for the 3 3/4 inch. But they've
looks-
changed it now to the 3 3/4 inch because they've got the TIE fighter pilot sort of background, haven't they?
Yeah,
But the 6-inch figures, I'm a big fan of those. I think they're great.
you can get them in it. I was in the Entertainer the other day, and they've got them in there now
The Black Series 6-inch.
for £20. They had Obi-Wan Kenobi, the TIE fighter pilot, Yoda, and the green clone trooper thing.
Oh, I was in there too. I was in there in Birmingham. I was in the ballroom, and I saw them in the Entertainer as well. They're too dear in there. Like the Entertainer's pretty pricey.
£20. That's standard for a Black Series 6-inch, isn't it?
Yeah. Apart from those, that is the normal price.
Everything else is a rip-off.
No, but seriously, I was looking at the other stuff, and I was like, Jesus, man! I tell you what, they had in there actually. They had Jabba, right? £40 for Jabba in the Entertainer. I paid £20 for him in another shop. There's no way on God's earth, no throne, no nothing, just Jabba. £40. That is extortionate. There's no. I mean, I don't know if that was actually the price at the beginning when they first come out, but I mean, he's not worth £40. No way.
No, I mean, I think I paid less than that for the vintage one complete. So
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. They had the Speeder, the Biker Scout as well, which I really want to get. But they had that for £40 too. I'm not paying £40 for it. I mean, that's just bananas.
yeah, I wouldn't pay £10 for that after watching Action Jackman's review. I've been asked by by Skullgrim.
Can't even read that. It's not the same guy. Oh yeah, can't even read.
I've had half a bottle of rum, man.
I'll finish that beer now. I don't know if this is gonna finish soon, but no, I'm gonna have to get another beer.
Right. Well, you go and get yourself a beer, and I'll answer this question.
I'm gonna be absolutely steaming by the end of this.
Right. 10-pint poo. Skullgrim has asked, this is probably something someone has asked already, but where did the username Paul Poo come from? Well, initially, my channel and username was Paulie Poo Poo. And due to Google Plus basically raping the hell out of me and everybody else, I had to change it to Paul Poo. And originally it was Paulie Poo Poo Pants, which was a name that my now wife gave me as a bit of jest, because basically I can be a bit of a scamp, and a little name for me was Paulie Poo Poo Pants. So I kind of figured it was a bit fun and a bit daft, so I figured out call my channel Paulie Poo Poo Pants, and at the time YouTube said that was too long, so I shortened it down. So I shortened it down to Paulie Poo Poo. And then Google Plus said, nope, that's too long. You have to shorten it down again. So I've shortened it down to Paul Poo. And then going forward, whoever else will have to shorten it down, and I'll just be known as Poo.
And you'll get a whole new audience.
Exactly. Yes, we've come for Poo. So
such a disappointment.
Yeah, it's just, to me, yes, I know, but it's just a bit of fun, and it's. I embrace that kind of aspect of kind of, it's like a fart joke, you know. So, Jeff Solo.
Where did my name come from?
Yeah. make it a while, because I've got to get to the left wing of the.
Thanks a lot. No one even asked that. Well, Jeff Solo comes from the fact that I am mad keen on Mr. Hands. No one's even asked, but I'm going to tell you anyway. It's basically because I'm a massive fan of Harrison Ford. I love Han Solo. I love Blade Runner. I love Indiana Jones. Just a massive fan of his work. So I Solo, and my actual name is Jeff. So combining the two forces, Jeff Solo. So there you go. In case anyone cared, 2 shades of shit about that. That's the name. You missed why it was called Jeff Solo there. Was that a rum run?
I feel like Captain Jack Sparrow. What we should do is the next one we should just host in the pub.
Yeah. No. Well, it's Saturday night, for fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean?
Watch YouTubers get drunk over a good 3-hour live feed. Oh, toys in the shop.
You wouldn't get any of this shit on the fucking warrant, that's for sure.
Well, we beat to the own match of somebody else's drum. The thing is, Jeff, I think you and I we've got a bit of an understanding. We're not the crack, so, and I always enjoy your company. So.
Absolutely, man. I fucking love you, man.
Oh.
Oh, how many views have we got, Paul?
We'll be fighting 5. We'll be fighting by the end.
Yeah,
Getting drunk and then going for a fight round the corner. And then sharing a packet of chips on the way home.
Yeah, the kebab.
Exactly. Oh dear. I might have woke one of the kids.
Ah,
He's just stuck his head on the door. He's gone to back to bed. It's alright.
is he? You think that? He's
He's
away outside digging up Star Wars figures in the garden.
Bless.
Asda apparently had some of the 6-inch for $4.99 each. I don't think it was $4.99. I think it was $8.99. I think because I saw that. But it was only Obi-Wan Kenobi and some other idiot. So from the new, what's your thoughts on the new, the newer trilogy of films, Paul? Are you keen on those or?
Yeah, I mean, anything Star Wars will always pull on my heartstrings. It is probably one of the most ingrained kind of franchises that's out there for me. And people didn't like Phantom Menace. I thought it was brilliant. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I could quite happily sit and watch it now. It was the other two I didn't enjoy as much, which is a shame because Natalie Portman looked pretty nice when she was pregnant, she was a bit weird. But in the second one, she definitely. she definitely.
When she was pregnant, it wasn't that hot. But
It was just, see, for me, it was like, well, she's a skinny bird, right? Which normally skinny birds look more pregnant than sort of Rubenesque ladies, shall we say. And she had twins, and it just looked like she was holding a fart in.
it did a bit.
And it was like, I'm not convinced. No wonder she died. I mean, she must have had a baby on each leg.
Yeah, this is not real life. This is not
Type of
realistic
thing.
enough for me.
Well, that's it. And I mean, obviously, I understand kind of like giant walking hairy things aren't realistic, but I don't know. That kind of didn't really sit well with me.
There's fucking aliens jumping around the place, and droids, and they're in outer space. So the pregnancy was just so unbelievable.
Well, exactly. It just,
it's just never gonna happen.
I like suspension of disbelief, but that was too much. But like I say, it was what it was. I prefer the Phantom Menace to the other two. I enjoyed some of the action and stuff, but the new stuff, yeah, why not? I mean, it's got kind of the original cast in it, which again, like I say, it's a nostalgia thing, pulls on the heartstrings. I'm all up for it. I can't wait to get a decent copy from a guy with an eye patch and a wooden leg.
Yeah, me too. Like, well, I think these. I'm not, to be honest with you, with the prequels. I'm not a big fan. But like you, I thought the Phantom Menace was quite a decent film. I don't know why it got slagged. Attack of the Clones, on the other hand, was absolutely bollocks in my opinion. I thought it was dreadful. But but are you a Jar Jar Binks fan?
Well,
Lancelot definitely is.
you know I am. Yeah, Jar Jar Binks to me is kind of like a modern day Charlie Chaplin.
But looks a bit like a fish.
Well, not just he has great comedy timing.
Really?
Well, yeah. When was the last time? When was the last time you saw somebody else stand in a giant pile of poo and like make it funny?
Anytime anyone stands in a giant pile of poo is funny to me.
I remember one time, and this might relate to one of the questions: how drunk are you at the moment? I knocked on my mate's house, you know. I don't know. As a kid, like there was this thing where, like, if you'd knocked about with somebody for long enough, the parents would just basically come to the door and then just let you in.
Aye.
So I knocked on my mate's door, and his mum was like, "Ah, you scan in type of style." So I walked in, and I like kicked this ball that was in the hall because they decided not to switch the lights on. Obviously, you know how it is. As Polly coming in, you know what I mean? He can see in the dark. It's all right. We'll not stick the hall light on for him. Like, we'll just let him navigate the stairs in the dark. It's all right. His father works down the pit. He'll be all right. So anyway, so I'm walking along, boots this ball in the hall type of thing. So I thought, oh, I'll just kick the ball there. Carried on, walked up the stairs, got into my mate's bedroom. So we're sitting there doing what, like, you know, 12-year-olds do, or whatever it was at the time, and that, playing on a PlayStation 1 or something. And my mate's gone, oh, can you smell that? I go, it smells a bit funny, like, aye. He's going, it smells like shit, doesn't it? Yeah. Aye. So I looked on my shoe, and it fucking caked in shite.
Oh no, that's the worst.
So at the same time I had to do that, I could hear his mum going, ah! Apparently, what had happened, I hadn't kicked the ball at all.
Oh no!
What had happened is that these people had an old English sheepdog, and I'd like kind of basically just walked through a giant pile of its shit, and then treaded it all the way up the stairs.
Oh no!
And through the house, into my mate's bedroom.
You're trying to tell us that your poly poo poo is to do with your missus. It's to do with you standing in big piles of shite and wandering through people's houses.
I mean that might just be coincidental. But yeah, so basically, I don't know if any of you have ever sort of trodden somebody's old English sheepdog's poo through their house, but yep.
Yours is a sheepdog.
One of them, like the Dulux ones, they get massive. They can pull a bear with tan.
That's What's your favourite drink to indulge in to get drunk on? Well, I take it Paul's as rum. Mine is I like a whiskey. I like a good whiskey, but I don't have any whiskey at the moment, so I'm on the Budweisers at the moment. Yeah, but I love a whiskey.
Isn't whiskey like where you're from not just called water or something?
Oh, definitely. I mean, everyone's drinking whiskey. We're all jumping about with tartan hats on and drinking whiskey and chasing haggis. No, yeah, it is like.
Well,
And,
I'll have to come and have a look sometime.
fire up anytime you like.
Well, there you go. Right, next solo poo will be from Jesmond.
Jesmond.
That's in Scotland, isn't it?
From Jesmond. Jesmond near Glasgow.
Aye. It's a bit northern than me.
It's like a real man's drink rum. It is nice, but it's not whiskey. Budweiser is lame. I totally agree. I got them for free.
Jeff's a big strapping lad. He's good at lifting heavy things, so he gets free beer.
I get free beer. What's your whiskey of choice? This is going to turn into a whole new show if we start this carry on. Whiskey of choice. I like a Jura. Whiskey is good stuff with water, but is watery pish. Bud is watery pish. I totally agree with you. I don't like water in my whiskey. I take it straight. Just about any beer tastes like urine. I totally disagree with you there, mate. Your skull grin 140. You're living in Cloud Cuckoo land, buddy. Beer is lovely.
Yeah, I must admit, as I've got a bit older, I do more appreciate real ales.
Yeah, I've started to get into that now. I'm getting hairs growing in my ears, so I've decided that now is the real ale time. And I like a Duco's. That's nice.
Mm. I scared myself this morning because I was having a shower for 4 hours. And
Until you got wet.
until I got wet, and I came out and I was like looking in the mirror, like you do, obviously, and I realised that I was actually turned round and it was me back I was looking at. I was just like, all my back's missing is a pair of nipples, and I could literally be like Mr. Reverse Man.
Just rotate your
Just-
head like something like
Just
that.
like I'm thinking when I go swimming, I used to wonder why people used to go. Now I know. The most skin I have on my body is on my forehead.
Really? What's this? Would you consider opening a brewery? No, but I live near a distillery. Are there some beers but Bud and the like are mass produced? There are some beers but Bud and the like are mass produced. Yeah, I know. I'm not keen on them. I like Coors Light. That's my favourite beer. And I like Australian beers too. This is turning into some sort of food and drink looking thing. What cheese do you like? Well, Camembert is quite tasty.
I'm partial to a calamari ring.
Yeah, just one. Just one on a plate.
I like to think that the octopus was giving itself a hug.
When it was brutally cut into bits. Drink vodka as that's nice when mixed. I'm not keen on vodka, it makes me really angry. JD's good though, I'll give you that. You're sure you're not half Wookiee Pole?
I'm kind of a mixture between a bit of Wookiee, a bit of Ewok, and a bit of carpet.
A bit of carpet. A rough shag.
That's you've heard the reputation then. Yep, I'll give you a funny.
I would consider opening a brewery, but I don't know. Yeah, probably. I don't know. Jeff, soft or hard? Soft every day. Yeah, there you go.
That's, I'm loving the crack from the comments, like. It's
Hi,
definitely,
they're good. Skullgrin 140, you better subscribe to me now after all this chit chat. You're more carpet than Wookie, honestly. Plus, what's that? Salayan. Salayan? What's that? Cyan. Don't know what that is. Wait, you're plus that anyway, Paul, whatever that is. Plus cyan.
It's a Dragon Ball Z reference, Jeff. Come on now.
Oh, is it? Oh, sorry.
Come on, Jeffrey.
Ah, Jesus.
Joffrey, please.
Oh, I feel like a complete idiot now.
Such a noob.
I know, honestly.
Even though he will. Hey, got another sub. Hey, Jeff Solo's got another subscriber.
Have I?
Well, he says he's going to subscribe to you right now.
Aye, what he says and what he does are two different things, my man.
Well, I always think, say what George Michael says.
Gotta have faith.
Is that toilet engaged?
Oh, Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, it is from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, man. Alright.
You were right, Paul, that guess.
Of course. Of course, I was right. I'm down with the kids.
Harry and the Hendersons.
Yes. Yes. Thanks. Thanks for that. Please feel free to unsubscribe from me. I used to love that. But it's my cousins are called the Hendersons, and one of them does look like the Bigfoot. Like,
Is he called Harry?
no, he's called David.
Ah, Dave and the Hendersons doesn't really have the same ring.
No,
No.
it does when you say it like with a sarcastic tone, though. David,
the Hendersons.
David. My name is Peter. David.
Skullgrin 140. I like this guy. He's great. Or maybe Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. Yeah, I agree.
Do bop.
I like that song.
I got the boom boom into me. Ah.
Oh, there you go. I feel like we put the record on there.
Aye. Oh, I know all the classics like.
So did we pick up another viewer? Or,
We're currently on the half dozen at the moment.
6 viewers and 2 of them are up.
6
So
viewers
4 viewers.
at 4 o'clock in the morning.
It'll turn into a whole new show then. It'll be a lot of snoring and just general.
Get your tits out.
Yeah.
Well, I do believe Skullgrin is from the Transformers YouTube community. He was asking about if I'm going to auto assembly earlier on.
Oh, I'd love to have gone to that. It's the last one, isn't it?
Apparently, I don't know. Like, see, I'm spoilt because I mean, like, I live near Dave from Dave's Transformers Junk from Dave Transformers Junkie, and also Stu the Mighty Grimlock.
Oh, do you live near him as well?
Well, I've been to where I used to live. He's moved since.
Oh,
So,
you came round and was like, right, that's it, we're moving.
Well, well, it wasn't me. It was somebody else. But that's a different story for another day, kids. I've been to his house. I met his wife and I've met his kids. So I mean, if that makes us casual acquaintances, then that's good. And I mean, they're like really, we're all classes like proper lads.
Yeah.
Type of guys who could like you could just proper just toys aside, just gone out on the lash with type of style. And that's kind of what I would want from auto assembly is just like the lads, if you know what I mean. Like a lot of it seems a bit more kind of, I don't know. I would love to go and I think down the line, maybe a rollout will call or whatever takes over Auto Assembly. I would be honoured and love to go and just properly just do this type of thing. Not necessarily this, but just have a few beers or whatever, a few drinks, and just kick it back with people who are into that type of stuff, you know, and just enjoy the crack. Would be more what I'll be kind of going for.
That sounds good to me. Like, always away again.
Oh, it's Sammy, man. It's flipping Sammy.
Was this the cat?
No, it's Sammy from the Transformers YouTube page. All right, Sammy. Nice to kind of have a big crack with me. Thanks for kind of hanging out and joining in. Much appreciate the crack. Like he did a picture of us, so he drew a picture of Paul Pooh. So it was pretty cool. I had like blue eyes, beams and stuff, and kind of going like and stuff. So that was amazing. Thanks for that, Sammy. Blushing now.
We've got 7 watching now. Why are they watching at 11:30?
Well, I mean, the telly's finished now. I mean, the big, like, the dots just about finished, so.
The wee bird and the puppet are on now on Channel 3. Or Channel 4 it was, wasn't it?
What's that?
What was it when the program's finished? What was it, BBC? No, it was Channel 4? It was just the bird with the board with the notes and crosses and the puppet.
It was, if the lovely Debbie was here and her media degree would have helped me right now.
But she's left.
she's gone to bed.
She's gone to bed, eh?
I've tucked her into a cage.
Can you break dance? I certainly can, my man.
Really?
Aye.
I once attempted to break dance and it turned into broke dancing.
I can do a bit of the old dancing. I'm pretty. I've got some shapes. Can bust some shapes. You'll be picking up the American time zone views. Thanks, Lancelot. Yeah, it looks like it. I don't think any of these people are from the US of A. I think everyone's from. Oh, here we go. Who's this guy? Norris. Who's Norris? Is he one of your subscribers, Paul?
I don't know.
He's a legend. He just said karaoke time. I'm like, fair play. Let's roll it.
Norris, I hope you subscribe to us, man. That would be pretty awesome. I'm not very good with names, hence why I used to get called Trigger at one point in my life, because there was a guy who I knew, and I used to call him Dave. His name was Craig, and because of that, I ended up getting called Trigger from the Only Fools and Horses. So there you go.
Well, when I was in Australia, I worked with a Korean lad on the island we were working on, and I thought his name was Gum, and I worked there for 2 years, and on my last day, he said, "Jeff, my name no Gum, it's Kum. Kum is my name." I've been calling him Gum for 2 years, and his name's Cum. It's not even the same letter. For 2 years.
His name was Cum.
His name was Cum. Yeah, K-U-M, Cum. But they say Cum, not Cum. But
Cum.
I've been calling him Gum. Poor lad. He didn't tell me all these years. He let me call him that. What a man.
Well, I blame him.
Well, I do too. If it was me and somebody kept calling me Lef, I'd be like, hold on a minute here. The name's Jeff, no Lef. Just stop it.
Well, that's it. I mean, you'd be like, what are you doing?
Exactly. But his English wasn't spot on, and I think he was just a bit. I don't think he knew how to say that's not my name at the time. It was
Yeah.
not
It,
not the
it took him
greatest
the it,
working with him.
it took him the 2 years you worked there for him to learn.
I think so. Well, I mean, we worked the night shift, so it was only me and him every night. This is how bad it was. It was just two of us, and he still didn't tell me his name wasn't what I was calling him. I thought maybe he thought it was a term of endearment or something. I don't know, but it was just it was getting a bit crazy. At the end, I was very embarrassed.
Well, to be fair, and Skullgrim, who names their child Cum?
Well, you're quite right. It was with a K, not C. But
Oh, right. Right.
yeah, so there wasn't Cum. He wasn't called Cum. He was called Cum. Anyway, that's very irrelevant. This is 6 beers in.
Yeah, but I mean, that's like me calling my band Howie.
Would you call your you wouldn't know.
Well, no, but it's like, what's that? Coom. I mean, is that like a? I assume that must be something, some form of like animal or something, or.
I think it's a type of bear.
Ah, right, a Coom bear,
Yeah.
like Care Bears, but
Korean equivalent of the Care Bears.
yeah, Care Bears, but with love.
Poor lad.
Could have the Coom bear cousins, like the Squirt Bears.
The squirt bears. They're my favourite.
Play with them in the bath and that. I've got a bath bomb in my eye. Get the Squirt Bear out.
And I've taped up the shower. I can't get out.
I can't get out. Double-sided duct tape.
Star Wars Celebration 2016 is only £30 for a day pass. Where's that being held? That'll be in America, though, no? I won't be going there, Lancelot, if it's in America.
Well, another 30 quid.
Yeah, I know. Jeez. Unless they're a retired porn star. His name's Cum with a K, my friend, not Cum as in cum. Do you like sheep? Not particularly, only on a Tuesday.
I like lamb.
Yeah, I'm keen on the lamb. Right, I'm going to have to go because I'm bursting for a piss.
Right, just going for a wee. I want to drinking dog, drinking rum. God Pikachu, Carl's arrived. Hello, Carl. Thanks for joining us. Looks like the Transformers YouTube community's dropped in now for the crack. So it was good to see you guys. Thanks for joining us. We've been going now for about 6 years or 3 hours or however long it's been. It's just having a crack with Jeff. Good crack. So it was nice to have a big partner with the lads in the chat there. It's in London. I don't understand what all this is about now. Oh, is this the TF Ooby Dooby thing? That's the new thing. I've been to a couple of the Northern meets over the years. I'll definitely be going again if it's this year after Auto Assembly. Pretty much last year, I kind of ended up turning up halfway through one of the quizzes, which was a bit annoying because obviously I want to kind of go in and have a big crack with the lads and kind of want to sit and wait for the quiz to finish before we could have a bit of banter. But such is life, I guess. It was getting fun. Don't go. Oh, he's just gone for a wee. He'll be back. Don't worry. I don't think he's going for number 2. He's just gone for a wee, so he'll probably be getting until I can as well. So if you guys are having a bit sup as well, please do let us know what you're having for a bit of a It's up. I can't see any crack. It's me jammy bottoms, them, like Carl. I do like to kind of pull them up quite high, so there you go. The old Dudley's right up. For comfort, obviously, not for pleasure. Transformers group assemble like a combiners war figure. Tell you what, I got that flippin', is it hot spot or something? The flippin' ambulancey red blue thing. Couldn't believe how cheap that thing felt, man. It was like as light as a feather. Gutted. I mean, it looks amazing, sort of combined and whatever, but couldn't believe how flimsy it was. Like, yes, definitely crack is somewhat Moorish. Not quite as Moorish as smack. Smack it's kind of like the 10 pence mix up that never dies. Hope Jeff comes back soon because I'm due a top here. He's probably gone to bed, no doubt. He just hasn't told us. Jeff's asleep right now. So is anybody else having a sup tonight? Or is it just me and Jeff? Dunkin' Donuts.
Hello.
Alright, Jeff.
Hello. Sorry, I'm going to have to shoot off actually.
Oh dear. Oh well.
Sorry about
Alright.
that.
These all good things come to an end.
They do. They do.
We've got the lads in there now. We're just having a big crack with ourselves, like so.
Oh, is there loads of folk in now?
We've got Pikachu. Carl's turned up. He's having a big crack with Skullgrim and Lancelot.
God, where have all these people been during the whole time? Do you know how long we've been on for?
Oh, about 5 hours or something.
4.5 hours. Oh man, I would love to stay, but I've really got to go now, eh? So I'm pretty bummed now that everyone's turned up and I've got to go.
So Jeff's mum's calling. He has to go. He has to go in now for his tea.
I have to go in. Yeah, I've been a bad boy. But are you just going to stay on?
Want to talk to myself? Yes, I'll just stay for the next 6 hours. You know, just.
Oh man. Well, we'll have to do another one of these soon. We'll try and make it a kind of a fortnightly or a weekly thing. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, basically, I'm off for a couple of weeks now, and we'll just try and work around whatever shift patterns and days off we've got, basically. But basically, if we can arrange when we can do it with a bit of time, we can let everybody know when and where we're going to be, and if everybody wants to kind of jump in and join in and stuff, we're quite happy to hang about for a good few hours and just have a big crack on and stuff. So, like I say, obviously, if we're around, we'll let you guys know, and whether it's next week or the week after, just it'll be when it'll be. Ideally, we'll just hijack the Warren at some point and just take over that.
Aye, that's the dream.
But we've done pretty good. I've enjoyed it. It's been a pleasure as always, Jeff, having your company. Thank everybody for joining with the chat and the crack in the comments or chat or whatever that is. I don't know. And we'll catch us all next time.
Good man. Cheers. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.